Hello. Hello. How's everybody doing? It's good to see you again. It's Sunday. Whew. Oops. Excuse me. I just shifted the whole table. Hi guys, how's it going? Matt's just grabbing a drink. He'll be with us in a second. Thank you for joining us today, everyone. Who out there joined us on Thursday? There he is.
Hi.
Come on over here, Maddie.
It's really tight the way you made it. It's like a.
I know. My table that I've set up here is a little hard to jump
like
over.
A den.
Yeah, it's our little den with our Sumo Cyco pillows to keep us comfy.
My phone's going off.
Your phone's going off.
That's Ryan.
Yeah.
Legs.
Hi from France. Hi, John.
Our friend Legs. Well, you guys know Legs. Legs played on the first record for Sumo Cyco.
Yeah, he was in like all the first photos and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he did the first record with us before he ended up joining Every Time I Die and doing some serious massive tours and awesome records with those guys. He just came to our defense huge on Facebook because we had some troll
usual
being rude to people and slamming Skybit. Well, actually slamming us, not Sky and me more, I think. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, Ryan was cool. He was just hooked us up. So that's why we're here. Sorry, my bad. Explaining why I'm on my phone. I'm done.
It's all good. We're just we're talking about just the fact, that when you get, as we've experienced the last few months, it's kind of like an influx of opinions, and we're always used to being surrounded by you guys, our fam. So trying to ward off people, especially when some of the comments are kind of uneducated.
Okay, who do we have here so far? Ian, Steven, Victoria, Jesse, Ashley. There's a bunch of people coming in.
Yeah, we recognize a lot of you guys, and I wanted you to put your hand up if you were with us on Thursday.
Put your hand up.
Well, they could put like an emoji or just say me. I was there Thursday.
Put up a chicken wing if you were with us.
Yeah, just so I know like how many people have already heard everything we said last week, or if I should refresh some of you guys with what kind of has been going on the last few days.
Refresh with refreshing news.
Refresh. Well, if there's anyone here that is new, welcome. Hi. Thanks for joining us.
Michelle, Kimmy.
I'm glad you guys came back after Thursday.
Kat, hi. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Alberto. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on.
So Thursday, we released...
Lars is here.
Yeah, Eric wants to know what happened. So Thursday, we released our new music video for Vertigo and our new single, which was very exciting for us. It's been a long time in the making for that one. And it's obviously, and I don't know if you guys agree, so let me know in the comments if you agree, but it to me is the most different song that we've ever kind of put out as a single, because of the fact that we worked with a new collaborator with Kane Churko in Vegas. We were taken out of our comfort zone of our home studio and put into like a fancy Las Vegas studio.
I also have a new Psycho with me watching Mickey.
Hi, Mickey. How's everyone going?
I didn't interrupt your story.
Yeah, so, Vertigo is an experiment for us. It was something new we kind of wanted to try, and we definitely did push ourselves to kind of, whether you want to call it more pop direction or more commercial or more...
I don't think it's any different than anything we've not shown people before that we fucking do. We play Brave. Think about Brave back in the day. Like, that wasn't some fucking heavy metal track. That was all about a whole different groove. I don't know. We don't have to be apologize for any shit like that.
No,
not that you were. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying
just getting
apologizing.
Grumpy. I'm getting fueled really quick right now.
Really quick, short fuse.
Mainly because I think people don't need to be rude.
Yeah, but that's the world of the internet. That's what happens when you actually get exposure to more people. Is you cast the net,
Thanks,
you get the
Lydia.
rude ones too.
Thanks,
right?
Jenny.
So
Ian.
for me, I almost yesterday I was going on the Napalm comments on the video, and I'm just thanking people for watching, whatever. And we're us, we're everywhere online trying to write back to people. But whenever people say stuff that's really sexist, that's what really just makes my fingers shake, and I'm I gotta write back to this guy.
And here's what I do when I see this. Trust me, I go through this in my head. From a dude point of view. I'm you know, I try to think of it like in a masculine point of view, like, oh, well, Sky's wearing really sexy clothes. You kind of put it out there. That still doesn't give you a right to be nasty to somebody because they're comfortable expressing themselves some way. And I think it's really nasty that in this day and age, it's still happening like that.
Yeah.
And it's a big eye opener for being on this label, learning some of the people out there that I don't want as a fan at all anyways. So this is kind of an interesting experiment so far.
Yeah.
And you're right along for the ride with us.
It is.
Hi, Jesse.
Especially like when people assume that like, oh, like we're it's all because of the money that we're doing this, and all because of asked one comment I saw today was like, oh yeah, I asked my daddy if I could be a rock star. I'm like, what the heck? Like, you're not giving me literally any credit for the fact that I've gotten to this point, as if it was like all luck that just got me here. You know, like I couldn't have actually worked hard to get.
Don't get me started. Oh my God. I wish.
I don't know. It's, you know, it is new for us as much as we can, you know, have that tough skin. It is new to be like, you know, trying to navigate, especially when it comes to things. And this is what I want to touch on today. It's like, it's one thing to be like a troll on the internet and just be like, oh, it's just like a mean comment. But then when you start getting like reviews, or I thought it was really interesting that Metal Sucks publication has like one of their editors or writers that's like really likes us, and the other one like really hates
Hey,
us.
at least he wrote about us. That's a good thing though. We're still getting the press. Just
Exactly. So that's the type of stuff. And, you know, like right now we are lucky enough to have Vertigo going to radio, which means that we're actually, and the whole team, the whole Sumo Cyco team, management, label, we're all really trying to push this song to get on to Active Rock Radio. So as a side note, if you guys want to hear the song on your local radio station, make sure you either tweet them or Instagram message them or call into their shows and let them know that you like hearing Vertigo and Sumo Cyco. But we're even more than any of the other songs, we're really trying to push this one and focus our energies on it. And that's what's really nerve-wracking too, is like getting...
I had a meltdown this morning. It sucked too. I woke up this morning in a good mood, and because there's like, I always expect negative energy in the concept of like, yeah, people are not going to like something. Mm-hmm. But like, I guess it's like I've never had to, it's outside of your bubble. When you're in your bubble and you're like working and you start becoming a band that actually grows a lot of family that like, you know, comes to your shows and people support you and work with you guys. Sorry, I'm not answering anything right now. We'll go back. I promise. Mm-hmm. But like when you get in that place and you get into a good groove for the past bunch of years, we've got kind of like felt like we were coddled by like our good fan base and our people that are around us. So it was like a really cool experiment. We're like, let's go with it out there. We're going to put it out onto the label. We're going to go there. We're putting out our stuff. And we sat and went, we know we're going to have people not like us. There's going to be people like us, people not like us. We're shooting for as many people as we can. We'll weed through the ones that hate us. We get it. And that's fine. Man, I got thick skin and I got an elastic heart, baby. No problem with that shit. But like when you have to wake up sometimes to people that literally are almost at death threat level, where I'm like, what is going on? Like people are some of the most misogynistic, ignorant comments that are out there, where I'm like, I literally went to Sky, like, are we literally going to get death threats for putting out a pop metal song like right now? Like,
it's really triggering some people.
How are we in trouble here? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, obviously I'm getting likes too, where I'm seeing lots of great feedback. But,
you guys are awesome, by the way. Thank you.
Feedback in between, I'm okay with somebody going, nope. I'm okay with somebody going,
it's not my thing. Yeah.
But somebody that's like, I don't even want to go there. You know what? I should put out a list.
Yeah.
Of like all the ones that are just blowing my mind that I just go, man, I wouldn't want you as a fan anyways. And I'm sad that other bands have you as a fan. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Sorry. Anyways, it made me mentally stressed this morning, and I never get that way.
It's because
so much,
you know,
hate in the world. I was like, this shows me how people feel. Like they're just hating.
Yeah,
like, it's a real evil thing.
I mean,
don't like us,
there's a
like
side
us.
of me that kind of feels that anyone
who
goes out of their way to try to hurt people is a hurt person, right? Hurt people. So I obviously think they're obviously not having the best day of their life
it's
if they want to go
drinking at 5:00 in the afternoon before WrestleMania.
But at the same time, we obviously need to evolve as a society that can get past some of these, you know, simple things like being able to treat a woman equally.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
You were saying something very sensitive and smart there. That was my bad.
No, I'm just saying that.
I just stopped.
I'm just saying, I understand people that are haters or trolls probably have something shitty happening to them, because why would anyone
lash out like
do that if they're not like having their own internal struggles? I get that. And they probably could use a few Sumo Cyco songs to help them through those bad times.
I'm happy you guys come online and let us talk to you guys and vent, because if
we don't see anybody,
it's just the two of us going, what the fuck?
We're just talking to
what's
each other.
What's wrong with this world? Like, I get it. You don't like it, man. That's all right. You don't have to punch me in the face. Like, it's fucking crazy.
And but like I said, as a society, we still have to evolve. And to me, it's in some ways, it's always like, man, like you think we're progressing, and then you see some comments and stuff where you're like,
we have had some great stuff already.
Yeah.
I mean, our views are up like crazy. Lots of people are messaging us. They like it. All our
I just mean progressing as a society, with like realizing that like women can be just as fierce and do what, and the fact that I'm wearing less clothes doesn't make me less talented. All those things, like, I think are still, for some reason, really hard for people to grasp, especially in some of the communities.
I'm going to start going on. I'm going to start trolling some of these metal bands, these dudes that take their shirts off and show their muscles.
Don't blame it on the bands.
Any of these dudes that show their muscles, and I'm just going to start digging in there. What are you doing with that sex appeal? You got me real good right now.
Okay. So I'm just scrolling back at a few.
If the song's cool, you like it, you like it. If you don't fucking have to be that mean.
Okay, so there was one thing that passed by really fast. You guys are commenting a lot, which we love. But so I think it was Carly. I don't see the comment anymore. You can scroll through and find the next one. But Carly asked, like, why, something along the lines of, like, why is one song, do you push one song, or how's it work? So I thought it'd be kind of like informative for some of you guys that don't kind of understand a little bit about like how you roll out a record and what that means. So when you are
we don't understand it either. So
and everything changes. Everything changes, obviously, with technology, with new social media strategies, and some bands are really out there where they'll just come out with a different way to drop a record. Like, when somebody just like Beyonce will just drop a record without any promotion because she's Beyonce and she can do that, right? Whereas a lot of bands, they will need, to let the people know we're coming. So you think about it, you go, okay, the record drops this date. You want to have enough music come out to try to make sure that when the day the record drops, you can sell as many records as possible. And that's kind of how it works. So you want to try to get people to pre-order your record and get super hyped about it. So by the time it like reaches the climax of excitement for everyone, you're at the day that the record is dropping. So you want, press to come out around when the record's dropping. You want all the fans to know about it. So in order to promote that record is dropping, you have to have campaigns, which are usually a single with a video or a lyric video, and you kind of drop them and kind of spread them out so that it kind of builds, right? So as soon as you're losing energy on one song where people are like, okay, I've heard about it, you want to drop the next one. So it kind of gets them excited, and it's kind of like just building up to that release date.
It also gets way more hate.
But I was going to say the reason why I was saying that.
The most longest run-on sentence ever. I just wanted to.
Sentence?
Yeah, just like that's why I kind of thought I'd throw a joke in there.
Okay, sorry.
Just let you breathe for a second.
So like the reason
we're not
why
trying to release a record today.
Right, but I was just gonna say, so Bystander actually caught us by surprise, because that was kind of like our warm up, like let the psychos know we're back. It's a little bit of a surprise to us that even things like getting it on Liquid Metal happened. Like that was Jose just being really rad and just really authentically liking the song enough to play it. Whereas
these comments are great.
When you do a proper, what's called like a radio push, that's when you actually have like members of our record label like calling the record stations and really trying to really trying to let everybody know in radio that, hey, this band exists, this is their song. So it's like, A, it's just extra work to make that happen, and B, it's like extra promotion and money and time for the label and stuff. So when you're a band like us, you kind of have to pick and choose your battles of like, when do you put certain, I guess, like the certain tactics in play. And it's really kind of like a chess game. And it is kind of like a whole like mind warp of like, which song do we put out first? Which one do we put out second? Which song do we do a more expensive and time consuming video for? Which one do we don't? Which one do we post at radio? It's like,
this is how she is around the house.
Confusing.
This is why I like being online with you guys. Because like, if you could imagine that she walks just as fast as she talks sometimes through the house, it's like, honestly, anyways.
But so
okay, you got to answer some people. People writing stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was answering Carly's question.
Right. Sorry, I just felt like.
Well, you're on the side of the question, so you have to filter through them because I have to like cross over like this to read them.
Does that mean we both need glasses?
Yeah, we're like going to the screen. Maybe I could full screen this. Maybe that would help a little bit, so we're not like. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sky, even if it was suddenly about the money, anybody paying attention ought to have truly believed you deserve it. You've had enough of the days in desert with a dead van. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah. I mean, that's
a good song title. Days in the desert with a dead van.
I got hit in the head with the ceiling fan. Went through all this shit to get me here. Man, I need a beer.
Oh man, do I need a
Oh, thank you, Victoria, for saying that we're a hardworking band. We appreciate it. Yeah.
I am feeling a little better than earlier, man. I was having real struggle today. Sky's just like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't even want to talk about it. And now I'm feeling a little bit better.
Yeah. Jackie, we're on Napalm Records, not Nuclear Blast. Of course, Michelle. Like it's why do you that was the song Kitty. I thought it was Carly, but it was Kitty was talking about the marketing strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just mainly it's when it's getting pushed to radio. That's a big difference compared to just an online marketing campaign.
Robbie, if you live in the country and there are no good rock stations, I would suggest checking out some of the awesome either streaming stations like online or podcast stations that play music. Those can be found on like your favorite like streaming site like Spotify, or even just like getting like a Sirius satellite radio or something like just Apple Podcasts. So there's lots of places that will hopefully, fingers crossed, be, playing our music, that even if you live in the country and don't have like an actual radio station, that would be great to I guess like bug to play our songs. Please. Thank you, Trinity, about saying how much work we put into our videos. I think that that's the problem too, is it's like, I really want to educate these guys to be like, actually, like I put in like a lot of work. Like daddy didn't pay for me to like, bust my butt on the road, like, like you said, in a dead van, and, and to be doing all our music videos like that, it is hard work. So
it is you guys that fund that stuff for us.
Yeah, really.
That's how we get through this. It's all you guys. It's all the fans and the psychos and the family members and the friends that have all supported our band since we started. That's how we get through those tours.
But it's also
actually really nice and organic with you guys. You guys care enough that you help, you pay for things, and we try to give as much back as we can.
Yeah. It's also sometimes if I'm nice enough to like a kind of a snarky comment, but I'm not like super mean, but I'm just like, oh, by the way, actually lead singer here, like this is how it is. Sometimes they're actually like, oh my God, shit, she's actually writing me back. And then they kind of like backtrack a little bit. And I think that that's the problem with some people that don't ever believe that when they're writing like a negative comment, that the person they're writing about is actually going to read it. And I think we got to remember that, everyone's human, and that you're not just writing it into the void.
That's what I mean? Eric says. He says, we all have our salty moments.
Yeah.
Some others are saltier than others, but
yeah. But I think in a way it's like all these kind of comments, and the fact that I feel like it almost in a way motivates me to realize like, yeah, we do need to change the way that some people think about rock and metal music and heavy music. And I think that that a lot of people have complained about it not being as big as it used to be, or because, a lot of like, for instance, like award shows or like certain shows like the Super Bowl or things like that don't have as many rock acts as part of it. But there are also other good places that do support, like WWE supports. I saw a lot. They were like had Poppy on, and I think they're having New Year's Day on to like promote. So there's other places that are really supporting the rock world.
The
So
system's working. It's getting there. It's just nowhere near done. Like where it's definitely. It's like anything. It's there's still a lot of growth that needs to be done.
yeah, 100%.
It's frustrating, unfortunately. And
I
again,
think
we
the
don't
thing
care if you
is-
don't like it. You just don't have to be.
I think the thing is, like, I'm always like excited to find those new people that are into the band and welcome them into our community. So that's why I'm like out there. And I really do like at this point, we're so I guess what would you call it? Like attentive.
I saw you guys a couple years back. I thought I was about to say months back, and I was like, I wish it was only a couple months back.
Like, we're really attentive to our business, obviously, to know, like, what publications, what playlists are playing us, how do we get on the playlist, that our wish list playlist, like, we're completely into that. We're not like an artist that like, writes an album and then just like gives it to the label and just like goes back to like Northern Canada where they don't have any cell reception. Like we're, we want to make sure that we're making it work. We're curious what people have to say. So that comes like as a double-edged sword, obviously, for us being so involved in what we do, because
you're right, Lydia. I agree.
What did Lydia say?
Well, she's just saying people are just obsessed with one genre of music. They can't understand anything else.
Yeah.
It's just true.
Yeah. 100%.
Sometimes you can open up. I like to think that's what we're about, is being open-minded.
Yeah. And speaking about wrestlers, we actually, for our song Fighter, was actually used as entrance music.
It was.
At one point. So maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll do another WWE thing.
Someday.
Hmm.
Saw Poppy last year. Was effing awesome. I think that would be a cool show to see.
Yeah.
I'd be into that.
I'm really curious what you guys think of the Mars Argo situation. If you guys have gone down the Poppy YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah, it was Kimberly. You're right, Steven.
Yeah, you're right.
That's who is wrestling under the Fighter.
Yeah, under using Fighter as
tunes.
walk-in music. Yeah. So but yeah, it's, I don't know. Today, one of my jobs today on my list is where I'm coming up with little video clips for the gram and for.
That says the Poppy drama was nuts. I'm gonna get another drink.
Drama was nuts. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, obviously, everyone has their own side to every single story that ever happens in the industry, but I just know how it is tough, especially when you're kind of trying to work with collaborators. And also, like, I can imagine her situation of like one of her main collaborators was like, kind of abusive from what I understand, and then trying to like kind of make your project with someone who is probably like really important to that project, and then them trying to take credit for each other's stuff. It's just kind of crazy. But anyway, if you guys want to go down, I'm not going to go through it because I don't know all the details, but you can go find some crazy YouTube videos on Mars Argo and Poppy if you want to.
Any new music I don't know about that I should be checking out?
Yeah.
Right now? Somebody want to tell me some stuff that I could listen to while I'm building some new sets?
Yeah, we got some more stuff to build for the next single.
Not to change subject. Sorry, I just guess I am.
Ashley's wondering if the characters in No Surrender have names or if it's just Glory. So yeah, so the character Glory is kind of the NSS faction leader. And if you guys don't know what that is, I'd invite you to go to sumocyco.com right now. Because sumocyco.com has a quiz where you can see which Psycho City gang or kind of faction you belong to. And one of them is called the Not Sorry Sorority.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out.
So her name's Glory, is kind of my character. And she has a love affair with one of the members from the Assassiners named Tragic.
Unity TX. All right.
And he's like the blue kind of skull character in the music video for Love You Wrong. And the other characters do have names. So the gold one is Miss Malice from Malice and Company.
Yeah, we know the name.
And the Anonymous 9, basically the Anonymous 9 is there's never the same 9 at any time. So the character that I play in Run with Giants is a member of Anonymous 9, and so is the one in No Surrender, and they're kind of different characters because they have different hairstyles and like different looks. So that one's like whoever wants to join the team can. And then with Assassiners, the purple skull character, she's going to be kind of, I think, if everything goes right, be more introduced into the next video. So I'll leave things until the next video before I give away too much, but hopefully that kind of gets you thinking there. And I do want to have, without Matt, because he's not into as much of the geeky story stuff, I'll do.
It's not
his thing as much. That's
it's
fine.
not like I don't like some of it. I just don't. There's some of it's just incredibly detailed, and I'm not that detailed about that. I'm like, I'm one of those like two gangs want to fight. Let's do something like that. Cool.
Yeah. So
that's my details.
So
then I'm like, where's my guitar? Let's go.
I'm going to create some live events in the future where I will go like super crazy into that stuff and let you guys know all the little secrets and point out all the things in the different videos that kind of connect to each other.
What we need to do is put like a contest together. We need to put like a contest together.
Think about it first.
Okay.
You're on live, so whatever you say, they're going to know. And then they'll call you out on it.
We need a contest that asks how many, some kind of Easter egg on our tree, our tree.
Oh, yeah.
So they could find, there's Easter eggs all over that tree.
So the tree that Matt's referring to is that big electronic backdrop that we have in the Vertigo video with like all the colored lights and computers on it.
It'd be like a scavenger hunt. If you could find
the different
set
elements,
amounts, we could send them a couple prizes, like a certain amount of people. The first 10 people or something.
You know what? I could make some really good Sumo Cyco treasure hunts with the videos we've done.
We'll have to think about this. Don't get started. You want to maybe wait for a minute till we think about it more.
Yeah. But as everyone here, if you are new, has everyone here watched Vertigo today? I'm not saying have you watched it. I'm saying have you watched it today?
This guy's always trying to get some more views. Nice.
Just a few more views would be helpful. I mean, there's 124 people here. That's 124 more views. So just go over. I'll put the link in the description and you guys can just turn it on really like low in the background if you want. There you go. And if you haven't commented, please do. Yeah. Arya saying saw our album on the Newberry website, which is great. So Newberry Comics is supporting our record and they have 200 signed CDs there. So please support and buy for Newberry Comics. I also wanted to mention to you guys that probably the last day we'll be doing the pre-orders as they are from our website is probably going to be around
Mad Mike likes my shirt. Thanks, Mike.
19th, 20th of this month is probably going to be around the last time you guys can purchase the pre-order bundles because then we got to send them out to you guys.
Hey, Nero Milk says, I'm here if you need virtual effects. You know what?
Cool.
Send us at sumocyco@gmail.com. Send us if you have a
reel or examples.
Or a bio and a reel. Just send us some examples. Get in contact with us because we definitely could use an extra hand to that if we find that it's a good fit.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that you can't kill it, but Sky's ideas just keep getting bigger and bigger, and I keep going, oh my God.
And Ashley, if you want to upgrade your bundles, I just need an email over at store@sumocyco.com. And I believe there's a couple people that have requested upgrades already. So if you're one of those people, I'm going to get to you this week. And basically, so we're still obviously going to have our record for sale as we go, but it means so much if you guys can pre-order that. But the bundles as they stand, they're only going to be kind of bundled together to get the best deal until, like I said, like around the 20th of this month. And then they're going to kind of be like, oh, we have a few extra of this or a few extra of that. And they'll be kind of sold singles. But because a lot of it is pre-order items, I'll be getting almost the exact amount printed. So I need to get those numbers into the printers like ASAP. So that's why if you guys are interested in that stuff, probably a good idea.
When are you picking the names of the winners for the people who bought the limited package?
So Ash, are you talking about the Die Hard vinyl contest?
Like the golden Terranot contest?
Because that is determined on which photo you get in your package when it's delivered. That's how we will pick the winners.
The package will come in the mail, and whoever has the golden Terranot
will be one of the 4 winners. Yes. And that's only available in the Die Hard vinyl edition. That's like the deluxe version. And I believe right now there's only a very few left in the North American store. Unfortunately, none left in the European store. But if you can figure out a way, because I don't believe they ship directly. So you'd have to find like a friend or a fellow psycho in the States, and then they would have to ship it to you if you bought it. But
don't be afraid to buy from
You can also buy the neon orange vinyl from our store, and we ship everywhere at sumocyco.com. So all of these links, guys, will all be at sumocyco.com. If anything's confusing to you guys, head over to sumocyco.com.
I pre-ordered the orange record yesterday. I'm so happy.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thanks so much.
Is this live? How Strange Music Boy. Is this live? Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Is it dripping you out?
If you guys have any further questions, please answer below. But I did want to just do a quick refresher for anyone joining us. I saw there's a few more people joining us on our live. So we just released a new single. It's called Vertigo. Yay. And we want you guys to like that on your streaming sites. Make sure you add it to your playlist. Help out the algorithms. It helps us out a lot. Make sure you comment on the video.
It's going to be awesome to play live.
The videos are all being posted at Napalm Records YouTube channel. So right now we're on our Sumo Cyco channel, but you got to subscribe to Napalm Records because they're releasing all our music videos and some pretty cool like live videos like the piano one. Oh, yeah. Matt was talking about this the other day about how on YouTube you can do like a 2 times play speed. And Brad was saying that's what you got to do to Vertigo. So I don't know. You guys could try it. I don't know what it sounds like. But yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to give you more views as fast as he can.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, we'll just play it faster. And then that's pretty funny.
I'm just going to go through. So I got sent by my PR company some of the latest articles that were written about Sumo Cyco. And one of the things that we kind of talked about earlier in the stream today was about how frustrating it is when you're setting yourself out to new people that you get a ton of people writing kind of ignorant comments about us and also kind of uneducated about our history or even know that we've been a band for as long as we have, or the fact that we've worked really hard for everything we've done so far. But I digress. I can't educate everyone.
Okay. You know, I mean, we already had our
event, but that's why
I know.
I was just letting the new people know what we were kind of talking about today. But you can rewatch this, obviously, if you want to hear us go off at the beginning of this video. Yeah, okay, so anytime you guys see, this is a really good one. I've seen you guys do this, a couple of you guys. So anytime you see a cool band that you like or a website, like a popular music website, say like, oh, what bands do you want to have us tour with? Or what bands do you want us to put on our playlist? Let them know about Sumo Cyco. It's a good opportunity. And if you see any possible articles written about us, be great if we got a positive comment. And we also just got a purchase from our store. Cha-ching. That's my little notification. So thanks to Christopher. Awesome.
Thank you for... Are you on here right now with us?
We don't know. Maybe I'll comment.
I'm going to look for a yes. If you're on here with us and you just did this right now, you get a free wristband.
Whoa. I got to write that down, Matt. You can't promise that without me making notes.
It's the wine talking. Chris gets a free wristband.
Wine talking. Okay. I'm writing down his order number. Hopefully I remember Chris.
Not to say that if I get other orders coming in, I'm just not going to start throwing all this free stuff
Actually, any orders that come through today, we'll just do a free wristband.
This guy's like, this is a great idea.
Marketing strategy. It is the 11th.
Remember,
right?
It was my idea.
This is the 11th of April, or yeah. So anything sold on the 11th, free wristband in your package. Boom.
Oh, you're fucking funny.
I forget where my tangent was. Oh yeah. So basically, we have GuitarWorld.com named us one of the essential guitar tracks. We had Metal Sucks. That's the one that I was talking about where one
hot
person
potato
hates us, one person likes us on the website.
But half of them like us.
Yeah.
Half of Metal Sucks likes us, or Metal does. One or the other. I'm not sure.
Metal Injection, which actually hadn't covered us previously, I don't think, actually said that we have visually stunning music videos, which was a very nice comment.
They found something to say nice about us.
But I also find that there's a lot of people that when they post on Facebook that they'll comment below and just be like, who is this band? Shout out to Brave Words.
Everybody gets a free wristband in the open place.
You get a free wristband. You get a free wristband.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Metal Goddesses. I didn't share that one yet. I'll share all of these publications, but it's really awesome if you guys, I'll do it all in like my Instagram stories and on Twitter and stuff. If
Same
you can click
Spotify.
through them.
We're on one of the
like
metal playlists. There's a couple playlists.
Oh yeah, Heavy Queens.
Yeah,
we're on a couple Canadian based playlists. So if you guys are curious,
go in there, hit like or
about Canadian bands that rock. I'll repost them. Some of them are still on our stories, but I'll repost them. But if you are hanging out, you just want to listen to some cool tunes, might as well listen to a playlist with Sumo Cyco on it, right?
He needs a bumper sticker. Joe wants a bumper sticker. We don't make bumper stickers. I mean, we make stickers and patches, but
that's on my list actually. Is finishing the sticker order.
I've been getting a couple of emails about onesies, like these little kid onesies. People want Sumo Cyco onesies.
I could probably make them to order once the record cycle is done.
I think that would kind of be cool.
Yeah. Sisters That Slay is a great playlist as well. Shout out to Heidi from Butcher Baby. She runs that playlist.
She's the best. She hooks us up all the time.
That
girl's been one of the biggest supporters of us since we started, pretty much. She was probably our second or third tour. She really runs a good camp there, and she really took us under her wing. And what was cool is she was like a fan of Sky's early work. So there's this really cool camaraderie right away. So they get along like a house on fire. And their band is amazing. Their band is so incredibly tight.
Love all the Butcher Babies crew. Everyone's awesome.
Yeah, big shout out to them. They were good peeps they're always helping us out.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And I just want to give a shout out to Ariel from Icon for Hire, who was commenting on the last couple of videos, showing us support. I know they had a big live stream. I think it was yesterday. So
did they?
Yeah. So
they're
shout out to
them. Out there right now with their new stuff right now. It's doing really well.
Yeah, cover of the playlist we were talking about, the Heavy Queens playlist.
Yeah. Song Brittle. It's doing really well. It's quite good.
Oh, I'm just reading through here.
I saved my wallet at the merch bench in Greenville. I left it there accidentally. Mad respect. She also treated my daughter very well.
That's awesome.
Nice. Those are good stories. We love those kind of stories. We really miss touring.
Oh, you miss it so much. We're actually we were talking to our manager about when we could get out, and Canada, unfortunately, is just really behind right now with the vaccines. We're in a full lockdown right now. It feels like even though some opportunities may be opening up for other countries, it still feels like us getting to other countries.
Yeah, our country right now, Ontario, our province is completely locked down. We're not supposed to do anything. And our manager called us and said they have a tour for us mid-July. And we were like, oh, that'd be amazing. But
we can't do it.
We can't leave. There's just too many things that we can't get taken care of by the time we go. And our border is not even open. So
yeah.
And we're not at the first in line for the vaccine. So there's a bunch of things we couldn't get handled or get our work visas ready. That's just not right.
Exactly.
Anyway, sooner or later, there's still talk of us later this year. We're just not, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we will let you guys know as soon as anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to say another word in case I jinx it.
Yeah, it's so unpredictable. It's hard to plan, and that's why I'm just I
desperately need you guys to cover the song "Shots" by Laugh. I don't want to say it. LMFAO.
Yeah.
I don't know that one, but I'll look at it because
Shots. Is that the Shots one?
I don't know that. I don't know if I know that one, but I know that I like the first two singles, the two big singles. I loved. I worshipped them. All I could do is play them in the car 24/7. So I'll check that one out.
Another wristband winner.
Oh. That's great.
Oh, Lars.
Nice, Lars. You get a wristband. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, man.
Miss you, man.
Yeah. Hope all's well. Man, it's crazy. That was Lars from the Free Yourself video. Our buddy there.
The robot in Free Yourself. That's so cool. There's a nice community that we've established here. And I really, really appreciate it. I think it's a nice little family.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Really good peeps. And I'm sorry we don't answer every question. We'll keep going through it. Also, I guess it's WrestleMania today. Is there major WrestleMania fans here? Because we don't want to keep you too long either. I would assume, I think it starts, like the pre-show starts at 7 or something. I actually was thinking about turning it on myself. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you are, I don't know. We won't keep you too long.
Yeah, interesting.
Your show in Atlanta last February was the last one I saw before the world went
crazy.
I think it's kind of, I don't want to sound, there's no spinning COVID positively too much, but having known that we're like the last band you caught before you went into COVID is kind of cool, because like we were the last ones on your brain. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it is kind of neat.
Right?
So if you guys are going to watch WrestleMania, when does it start? Like, is it starting very soon?
I think it starts at 7 o'clock. I think you're okay.
Okay, we're okay for now. We're not keeping people away from their
Brad
wrestlers.
says he'd watch WrestleMania live stream with me. I mean, I have to admit, I like that stuff like that. I can definitely sit through it. I'm not, if everybody starts throwing me questions about what is your favorite wrestlers, it's going to make me sound really old.
Another wristband. I don't know if you're in this group, but Gene, thank you, Gene. Getting a wristband with your CD.
The last time we watched WrestleMania, was it WrestleMania or was it Smack? I can't remember which one we watched. I think when we were working on the 2 songs with Kane Churko, we sat at his place on a Saturday evening and watched a mega wrestling event. But I can't remember if it was WrestleMania, what it was, but it was really fun. It was 4 hours of drinking and just. And
his wife made delicious food for us.
They had a little dog. Good place. It was really good times. It was good times.
And not to mention our buddy Chris Jericho there, who we've had many a good time with.
Yeah, you said you like to make covers on
Chris is awesome.
You probably don't know Sue.
You got to read it out loud. You just sound mumbly.
Sorry, my bad. I'm because I'm trying to let you do your thing, and I'm just like showing over here that people like I'm trying to pay attention.
Then read it.
We know the song Fire Fire. We know that song. Sky knows that song. If it's the song I think it is, or maybe because Sky walks around always singing Fire, Fire, or anything like that.
That's a funny little tidbit of information that most songs, when I'm writing them, usually have the word fire in them, and then I have to remove it.
It's my least favorite word in music.
My go-to, like, if I'm trying to come up with a melody, I'm like, fire, 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 fire. I always say that, like, when I'm trying to write a song, and then Matt's like, you can't have every song be about fire.
But I'll be honest, it's one of my least favorite words because it's used so much. But on the other hand, I haven't showed you yet, but there's like a song I just wrote recently that's
about fire?
Another fire song, but I was like, it's so fire.
Alberto, thank you. Wristband for you with your song.
Nice, Alberto. My point was, it doesn't matter. Anyways, my point was that I have a song for us that I haven't showed you that is very fire.
Yeah.
And I say
okay, I have a question for you guys. I hope I can find it in my photos pretty fast.
February 14, Sumo Cyco and 69 Eyes. Nice. That's when you saw us. That's cool. Right on.
So I was wondering what you guys thought. I was gonna make a few more pieces of merch.
The only thing that's bummer sometimes is that not everybody's real name is here half the time. Like ZFG Dunn, who saw us last year. Like, what's your name? Like, why don't you just put your name up there? I'm Matt. And
it's because it's hard for you to pronounce.
Easier to be like ZFG Dunn. Nice to, thanks so much. But that's great that you came to the show.
Probably some people that don't
if
have
anybody
an
wants me to
channel.
use the name, just write the name first. Go, this is blah blah blah, or go
my God.
blah blah blah, and then I'll go, oh cool, Trav.
I have so many.
Travis, the '80s band, Asia. Am I not saying that right? There's a band called Asia.
Yeah.
Put the lyric "eyes" in like every song. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you guys go through our catalog, you will find
lots of
fire in this song, fire this song, like fire in the snow. Oh, you know, it's everywhere. It's honestly, if you'll
Who doesn't love fire, you know? You gotta have fire.
And now that I've told you this, you will not unknow this. And now every time you hear fire in one of our songs, you'll just feel
fire, fire.
There it is again.
And fire. Da. That's
want to start a fire on the lighter. Think of her, yeah, it's like, I don't know, fire is just my
That's
theme.
just 4 of them, and that took us about 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's true.
But none, I don't think we did it on this record so much.
Because
fire.
We have already.
That's why people hate us right now.
We have already come up with. Oh, there we go again. Hello.
Free wristband. Ding, 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 ding.
Carl.
This is ridiculous.
Woo-hoo! Carl. Well, I'm glad you guys are at least if you are out there
Maybe
ordering
you should
today,
not
so we
have
can.
said that.
Because this week I'm literally putting in my order for all the pre-orders of the shirts because we need to get the t-shirts printed. So I need to know the numbers.
Fire and
need to know how
Dragon,
many we need to
almost
get
every power
made,
metal
and then
song.
once
True.
I commit to that amount, that's how many will be made permanently. And I'll usually round up to like the nearest 10. So if it's like, 136 people, I'll round up to like 140. And then there's only like, 4 extra shirts.
And I try to steal them and put one of them in my dresser drawer.
Yeah.
But never wear them. Eventually, I'm going to be able to like walk out in like 10 years from now with all the Sever versus Animal shirts in perfect tack looking sick. And then I'm going to auction them off.
Oh, see, you're making even more money.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
Jeez.
Scott, can I take a couple of those? And she's like, yeah, sure. She thinks I'm going to wear them. I got a plan, man.
Bella, yeah. So basically, sorry if you guys are confused. We talk really fast. You just have to write us and tell us to like slow down or clarify. But the shirts I'm talking about are basically
You didn't slow down. The shirts I'm talking about
are the shirts that are included in our pre-order bundles on our website. So like the Anonymous 9 gang shirts, all the Mouse and Co, all the different gang shirts with the crest on the front that kind of come in the bundles. Basically, I'm putting in the numbers like this week. So, and then probably in 2 weeks, I'm going to completely be kind of sold, like no more buying, and it's only what's extra. So it's like a management thing, right? I gotta not buy too much, but not buy too little. So the more I can get in advance, it helps me calculate. So appreciate that. Okay, we've got another person coming through for a wristband.
Some telethon right now. We were just hanging out, man.
Laura, thank you so much. If you're out there, thank you for purchasing today.
Ah, man.
This does kind of feel like a telethon.
I should have asked you what our margins are on those wristbands.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's not a joke.
This guy's a type A. She can't help it.
That's cool. I appreciate the support. We can give away some stuff.
Another one.
Come on. Are you
Luckily,
kidding
we
me?
have a lot of wristbands left. Nicholas, thank you. If you're out there, thank you so much.
This feels a bit like that porn shit, man. When you
OnlyFans, where you just get like a cha-ching, cha-ching,
show
cha-ching.
a nipple or something, and then they like buy something. It's kind of fucking weird, man.
No, we're just talking about wristbands, guys. No nipples, just so you know. Free wristband. That's it.
Hidden Mouse. I'm the girl you met in the bathroom at 765 in London, Ontario. I'm the stripper who dances to your songs.
Nice.
That must have been you?
Yeah, unless you met a stripper in the bathroom.
No, I didn't know. I don't remember that.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you have any pole dances or anything you want to show off with our songs, we'd love to see them. Make sure you tag us.
Sure.
Jenny Schoolander from the band Devilskin, who we've toured with, she said that Vertigo is going to be her new pole dancing song. So I'm curious to see if she does any posts for us dance into that.
I got the moves.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
thank you for dancing to our songs. To be honest, you're promoting it in the clubs. That's perfect.
That's
awesome.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
And
kill it, girl, kill it.
I actually have really wanted to try pole dancing.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like people. Okay, for a bachelorette one year, I did like with my girlfriends. We went just for fun to like try it out, and it was so much fun. And it's such good exercise for you too.
You got to give everybody a shout out.
Nancy, this
Thanks,
is my cousin Nancy. Nancy Sweetnam.
Really?
Yes. And her daughter is named Cleopatra, which I think is such a cool name.
You might not want to tell your stripper story right now with your family members online. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I'm so progressive about it.
Yeah, go for it.
Christopher, thank you. Thank you so much for the purchase. Man, this is actually really working as a marketing strategy. We do this all the time. Just give away free wristbands to everybody.
You get a wristband. You get a wristband. Next one will be gloves. I'll be giving away gloves. Next live, we'll do gloves.
Okay.
Something like that. I'll figure something out.
I want to know what you guys think of the black metal logos, because a lot of even pop bands are making their own like black metal kind of looking logos and putting them on shirts. And I had this one guy, I think he's from Italy, who did a really badass One of Us. And I think
Where is it?
Well, I was looking for it, but I have so many damn emails. I can't get through them all.
Savvy says she's opening a pole studio.
Oh, cool.
Get certified. So there you go.
That's a lot of fun.
That'd be something you could try.
So yeah, so I was thinking if you guys
do online lessons with her. That's how you do it.
I'd have to get a pole installed in our house.
I can figure that out.
You can figure it out?
Figure that out.
MacGyver that one?
Yeah. Shouldn't be a problem. A little duct tape and chewing gum.
I mean, I'm already used to like kind of bruising myself and falling performing on stage. So I'm sure there's a bit of a learning curve while you still hurt yourself.
Jenny you're right.
You'll hurt yourself a lot before you get good, I'm sure.
Devilskin, she's doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
She's killing it.
Yeah. But yeah, so for those of you that have just joined us, nice to see some more people coming in. Today we are stoked.
It's amazing. All these people are still hanging out with us this much. I thought I was like not sure at later in the evening. This has worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
So
everybody got a drink? Cheers.
Oh, I just finished my coffee. I'm a little late to the party. Again. I feel like now I got to shout everybody out.
You got to shout everybody out, and I want to make sure.
Victoria! Woohoo! Thank you so much, Victoria. We love you.
Aw, thanks, Vic. This is getting, again, really weird. I feel like I got to, I don't know. It just feels
give away more?
Like, yeah, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to
do a dance?
I don't know. This is strange. We thank you so much for the support. That wasn't actually the purpose here, but we appreciate the support.
I think it's also
I'm like one of those guys that gets a little embarrassed about it, where I'm like, whoa, like you guys are
this is awesome.
Amazing. You guys are supporting. Thank you.
Lee, thank you.
Fuck, that's awesome. Thank you.
So yeah, for those of you new, we were kind of talking about how for us it's kind of a new thing being subjected to like a lot more opinions, a lot more hate, a lot more conflict with, you know, some trolls that don't know our history or are sexist or, you know, just putting ignorant comments out there and how we react to that, how we handle criticism. I think I've always like, at least I've had the experience. I remember being, you know, in my youth days, realizing like not everyone's going to like you. And I really went through like that first kind of phase of, you know, what rejection means sometimes, where you're hoping you get a good review, but you don't or whatever.
This person, Kelly Spence, is saying, please tour with Poppy. She's awesome. You know, that's going to happen if you
message them.
Message them. Just put us on their radar. Just go, hey, you know who should have opening? Because I would think that Poppy, we should be opening more than Mick, right? She's probably doing a little better than us. Yeah, we're surviving, but yes, it'd be cool. That would be a cool show. I would think that putting both bands together would probably be a really cool
Eloise, thank you so much.
Aw, you're the best, girl.
Thank you.
You're killing it on social media all the time. I see you all the time out there doing your thing.
We gotta get one of your shirts. I saw she just Eloise is in the comments if you guys want to check out. She's also an artist as well. Mm-hmm. So check her out online and spread the love. So deep question Marshall has for us. He says, do you ever guys suffer from imposter syndrome, and how does that feel? Now, have you heard of this term? Because I have.
What's imposter syndrome?
It's where you feel like you're kind of succeeding in a certain area, but you are like, why am I succeeding? Because you kind of feel like you're an imposter, like pretending you know what you're doing, but you kind of feel like you don't. You know what I mean?
No. Sorry. Say that again.
Okay, so imposter syndrome is when you...
Are we talking about smoke and mirrors, basically?
No, it's like it's basically when you get praise. So say like you were getting praise for like, oh my gosh, you are such a good painter, Matt. Like, and you start being put in like a bunch of galleries and you're just kind of like, am I a good painter? Or are people thinking I'm good when I'm really not? And you kind of question yourself because everyone's telling you how good you're doing, but then...
Man, we haven't had that many people tell us we were doing good since we started this band.
What do you mean? All these people are telling us we're doing good.
We have our family. We have a family of people that grab on. There's people that understand what. Thank you, Jason. There's people that understand what we do, and then there's a ton of people that don't. And it's always going to be that way unless we decide to do just like really traditional rock this way or urban music or pop music, whatever it is, whenever we kind of try and do some weirder stuff. So I don't know.
I think the difference with imposter syndrome is
I don't get it.
Is Matt and I have literally dedicated our entire lives to this. So to us, if we're going to succeed in anything, we've always thought that it would be music. We've really given ourselves no choice. So I don't think imposter syndrome is quite what we feel. It's more about feeling like we know that there's going to be backlash, but we like when the backlash is educated. If the person is just like Matt says, if the person's like, I don't really like this, it's not really my thing, that's 100% cool. But when you get comments like, oh, they probably just like bought themselves into this, they just showed up, you know, she's probably just like manufactured in the band, just like thrown behind her, like none of that stuff's true.
Actually,
and
that stuff doesn't
me.
even bug me as much. It's more the misogynistic stuff. Like, you can't attack a person for how they dress or how.
I'm gonna be right back. Do you need more wine?
Yeah, of course, I'll always take some. In this day and age, I mean, we should have always recognized it, but in this day and age, condemning somebody for how they want to dress, for no matter what it is, I think is just ridiculous. So I get really bent about the people that just attack Sky for wanting to do her crazy designed outfits that she does. And I mean, obviously I have this biased thing. I mean, she and I are in this band together, but there's lots of times where I tell Sky, I don't think this is cool and that's cool. But I strongly support her when she tells me this is a great outfit and I think this is neat and I want to create this. And I don't really care if these elitists don't get it or like it. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I always ask myself, like, if I can walk on a beach and a girl can dress like that on a beach, why would I slam her there? Why would I slam her when she's doing a music video? Like, that's even more artistic than ever. So I don't get it. Like, Beyonce's allowed to, like, and I love Beyonce and I love Gwen Stefani and I love girls that own whatever they fucking want to do. But they own it. They don't give a fuck. And that's when I get really bent, when I'm like, well, this person just wants to slam her for the wrong reason. Just diss her. Hey, you don't sing very fucking good. Diss her that way. Don't diss her that we wouldn't be listening to you if it wasn't for this. I just get bent that way. Anyways.
Anyway, you can tell
Look at
lots
this
on
person
our
saying,
mind.
pretty shocked you even get comments like this in 2021.
Yeah.
If you went to our YouTube channel, or not our YouTube channel, it's a Napalm YouTube channel right now, and checked out Vertigo right now, I mean, it's like every third comment is just somebody that just wants to attack us for things we either liked or how she looks, or it's just, but it's not a simple just like, hey, I'm not into it. Hey, Napalm, this is not a good idea. Hey, Napalm, we don't support this. Like, I can't hate you for that. But slamming people and trying to make people, they're legitimately hoping somebody will read this and be somewhat hurt from their comment.
Thanks, Ashley. Thank you so much. Another purchase came through in the store. Another free wristband for you.
That's wrong.
So I do feel...
You're right. Misogyny is the worst, Eloise. It's the worst. It's fucking crazy that, yeah, it's an ugly scene sometimes that people can tell. We had somebody online, people on today, a gentleman on today came on. He bugged me a while ago too, slamming Sky that she should do her solo career and not be with us.
But this is okay.
And I was really bummed that I was like, this is crazy. This guy literally is telling a woman how she should run her business. This is her idea. This was her brainchild. She built the whole thing, every idea, and he just literally walked on and told her that he should do this. And I checked out his band, and they started in 2000 and they were done by 2008. They never left fucking Toronto, and he thinks that she should do this, and he thinks he knows what's going on. That is absolutely insane that he had the balls, or that he has that kind of disrespect for somebody to not think about what they emotionally are trying to put into their project, to think, I'm just going to tell you how you should do it, when I failed. He failed huge. He failed miserably in his fucking career. And then he slams her. I'm just like, that's just somebody that's hurt, somebody that's messed up inside, and that's not somebody that even knows the business. And that's ugly. It just doesn't need to happen like that. You could just be like supportive and go, hey, I don't like the music. The girl at least is killing it. She's trying to work real hard. I don't even have to post if I don't want, but slam her, tell her that I'm going to tell you how to run your business. It's just so misogynistic.
Loriana, thank you so much for your purchase, for your wristband for you.
Sorry. Tripping out.
No, there's one thing. Oh, I wanted to touch on, but it's
I'm sorry
on the tip of my tongue.
Like
it's okay. No, we always cut each other off. It's just the way it works. I got an idea. You get an idea. But it is true. Okay. This is what I want to say. So there's one radio station that I guess was trying to like test out if people like Sumo Cyco. And to me, I feel kind of slighted when there's like 3 or 4 comments, which are obviously to me aimed at my looks or about stuff that really doesn't have to do with the music. And it's just a I think, protectionist idea of like, we got to protect our heavy genre. And they comment negatively. And then the radio station thinks like no one likes this song, when really they need to be supporting women in this genre. They need to be supporting new up and coming bands that haven't had their shots yet. And just because a few old dudes who are kind of stuck in the past and have like a sexist idea of what things should be have the first few comments, the radio station ends up not playing the music. And so for me, I think it's really important for people that are a little more progressive out there to really, I know it kind of sucks because at the same time, I don't want to acknowledge these people, but that's why I feel like you kind of have to fight back a little online sometimes and like be like, hey, you're wrong.
Back the power. If we're chatting with I see people from the UK, Kerrang, let Kerrang know if you can do us a favor. Tweet Kerrang. That's the main guys out in England there that have always supported us. You could let them know to play Vertigo would be very helpful, or one of the songs. And then anybody in the States, I mean, there's lots of local radio stations. I mean, I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure all this out. I'm actually really grumpy about the whole situation because I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to be out of this community, like to invite these. I just get
or give them the time of day. Sometimes it's like, oh, I don't have to want to deal with this. But I think it's like any ignorance in any part of the world. It's like, it's tough because you don't want to bring yourself down to their level. But at the same time, it's like you want to help the world progress. So,
hey guys, just came across your stuff a few days ago. Different, but I'm digging it. Also pre-ordered your upcoming album on vinyl. Woo! You just came across us and you bought it. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Man, I hope you like it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
DVJ. I'm going to say VJ. Yo. Or D. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. And just like I wanted to say, if you guys have any specific questions that you want, you can always just
that's exactly it. Radio doesn't have the balls. You're completely right.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's...
So don't tell radio I said that.
So there's like this one YouTuber goes by the Punk Rock MBA, Finn, and some of his stuff I agree with, some of it I don't, but he's just a lot of commentary on like the overall music business and coming from an angle of a little bit more of the alternative rock side. And, you know, it kind of ties into the conversation a lot of people have about like this idea of trying to bring a heavy genre back to mainstream and why hasn't that happened for so many years. And I think we're like ready to make that happen. But I think that a lot of the people that have been in the rock scene for so long, it's like they don't want.
Oh, here we go. Mainstream. Ian saying BBC One. He's saying that we should be able to try and reach them.
Wow. Well, I would love to if we could.
You know what? We got to do that ourselves. We got to see if our own companies can reach those people as well. I mean, that's why we wrote a song like Vertigo, was to try and reach some of the places that some of our crazier stuff maybe didn't. And so we appreciate any kind of advice you have, because it's a little bit, we're in this element of going like, hey, we really aren't trying to reach the metal elitists here. We're trying to just reach people that enjoy good music. I was in an interview and one of the interviewers, thank you so much, Steven. Thanks, Steve. Oh man, I wonder if Steven. No, this is Steven Ref. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, either way, thanks, Steve. Thanks, You're going to talk about Steven Manuel. I thought it was Steve Manuel, but I appreciate that, Steve. Thank you so much. What do you? I'm curious what some of these people are buying. Which you can got the initiation CD bundle and a bystander t-shirt. A wristband. A free wristband. Today only, guys. Today only. Free wristbands at the store. Free wristbands. I'm pretty impressed right now that we've just probably made about 10 sales just hanging out with you guys. And you guys just came up with that support. That's awesome. You guys understand that that's how it helps a band chart, right? I mean, I'm sure you do, but not that we're necessarily like gaming the chart, but because we signed a deal, obviously our label's probably like hoping that we can need to sell grow enough and sell enough records, and we're doing pretty good actually. We've sold out of some stuff in Europe, America not so much, but you guys just adding these sales right now is adding a tick in the box of us trying to gun for that spot that's pissing the metal elitists off. So like the more we can actually get up there, the more it's going to be really fun to fucking laugh at these people tripping out about us even growing. There's two things I want to touch on. I'm trying to keep up with you guys and your comments, but one thing Victoria asked is what Vertigo is about in the lyrics. We play mostly death and black metal, but I still dig your stuff and play it whenever a new track comes out. Great band. Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Chris, I appreciate it. That's sick. Thank you so much. That's the kind of that's a person that's open-minded. You love your metal. I love it too. Fucking love metal. but you're open to other things. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
To answer Victoria's question, so vertigo could be inferred in many different ways. And the way that we say it in the lyrics, it's kind of like you're giving me vertigo, as if like somebody else is trying to like mess with you and make you feel disoriented or gaslight you, for instance.
The
like
system,
the
this
system.
whole thing.
But like feeling, I think, disoriented and not knowing like, you know, who to trust necessarily, or if people are
If
in
you want
your
to sexualize,
life.
it could be an orgasm.
What are you talking about?
Just trying to think of all the different views of how you could think of the song to make it more commercial. No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I took something serious.
I will gladly write a song.
You give me vertigo.
Whoa!
And you do the big V symbol. You give me vertigo.
Okay. Matt's got his mind somewhere else, apparently.
Terrible. I went into a terrible place for about 2 minutes. And I'm going to take it right back.
So, hey, Francesca's here.
This is what happens from having these people writing all this misogynistic crap that I'm like trying to figure out how to explain our weird song.
Okay,
like,
so Vertigo, he didn't write as much of the lyrics as
I wasn't allowed to write.
Kane and I wrote the lyrics for this one. He was... But Vertigo, I feel, could be not only about a person trying to like mess with you or not knowing like who to trust. It's just like the world messing with you, where you're just feeling disoriented and trying to like hold on to your sanity, trying to hold on to like, sometimes the world can make you question even who you are, what you believe in, what your dreams are. And it's just about kind of like holding on to that.
That's the best thing.
What? Being rebellious against metal elitists literally makes you guys rebels among rebels, like rebelception.
We're rebels among the rebels. Thanks, Marshall. That's a pretty cool comment.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a shirt that says Sumo Cyco, and then the slogan will be being rebel.
But like, for instance, think about it. Like, most of their disses are like, you're like Britney or Barbie or something. And like, that makes me laugh because I've worked with both of those entities, companies, personalities, etc. But it's funny because to me, that just shows like your reference of what like you think pop means to you is like so kind of like one dimensional, like dated, not really like I just, anyway, I said that last time, but it's just funny to me. But anyway,
she gets way nastier. You should see how nasty she can get about this scene.
Well, when I see
yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we were outside.
Oh God.
And it's like, you know, everything's out. We're trying to do promotion. Everybody's coming to us, this. And we're really happy with how some things are going. And then it's scary because you're like, wow, it's amazing how on this is really doing well here. And then on the other side, there's some people really not. And like Sky's outside at the picnic table and she was totally in a good mood. She's like, blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. The sun is shining on me and I'm singing like to the birds. And then
does that always sound bad?
She looked at something.
I'm singing to the birds.
And she looked at something on her phone and then was like, fuck. And I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm just angry. And then she grabbed the phone and she talked to it. She's like, now listen, you fucking elitist, you fucking dirtbag. She just went off. And I was like, no, you were over the top. And I was like, dude, you should just post that. That was crazy. She didn't do it because she's polite.
I know when I have to like hold myself back to be like, okay, my fingers are literally like,
I was like, man, this was
such
like
a
good speech. Like, she was so angry. Her fingers were like shaking. She does this. Reminds me of Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Guy gets into this like, whoa.
Okay. That is true. If you've known me, especially when I was young, whenever I was excited, I would do this. Like, and I would shake and just do this. Like it was a nervous tick or something. And then as I got older, I realized people would like look at me strange that I was like doing this. So then I just kind of like would start holding my hands kind of like in between my legs so that I didn't do this. And I just would shake. But now I don't even do any hand stuff. I just literally start vibrating. And Matt or like my band or people that know me well know that like when I'm super excited.
Hi, Fanny. Sorry, I told you.
They'll just see like me doing this. Like uncontrollable little like tremors, and they'll be like, "Sky, what's going on? Like, what are you excited about?"
Sometimes I think she's
can't
peeing.
help it.
I think she's peeing herself.
I'm not peeing myself. I'm just
Sometimes
excited.
She's doing this. And I'm like, is she peeing right now?
No, I'm just like in my brain thinking of something that's got me like so excited that I'm like fixated on it, where I'm like, I can't even handle it. I just like vibrate.
Shit. I'm from Alabama. Rebel
thanks,
means different
Brad.
from some other meanings here. Sorry, I didn't mean anything bad if we said rebel and it meant some kind of cultural thing this day and age. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, no.
Rebel
it's
from me just means like, with a rebel, yeah, she cried, mom, oh, you know, Billy Idol. That's all it means to me. It's like, you're kind of rebellious. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah, sky tremors, or it's called stimming. Is that an actual
sky
thing?
tremors? That's what I'm gonna start calling this. Oh, she's getting sky tremors.
Okay, I gotta shout out someone else who's getting a free wristband. Jonathan, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Too funny.
Oh man. If anyone's new here, if you haven't heard Vertigo or seen the video, please check it out. It's our new single. We're promoting it right now.
Yeah,
get out there and listen
comments
to
are funny.
it.
I really love you guys. I love that you guys are hanging, and I love that on a Sunday we're just chilling, doing not much, but just talking, and that there's a cool little community because we have not seen a lot of people lately. It's been
a little quiet around
like
these
about
parts.
160 of us hanging out, which is pretty cool. We should start doing this more at this time of night. It does better at this time of night. Do you guys like it better at this time of night? Does it make more sense? Is anybody like in their jammies? Does anybody know what the word jammies means?
Yeah.
Should I not have said that? Did I just give away how ancient I am? What just happened?
Yeah.
Sky Tremors.
No, we got another one.
That's a song title, is Sky Tremors.
So what was the consensus on the black metal
Miss
logo?
you too.
Thank you, Robert, for taking the quiz too. Appreciate it. We're actually running really low on Anonymous 9 member bundles. So we're going to probably sell out of those specifically. So if you're interested in getting that specifically, I would recommend ASAP.
IFD Medic. I'm an 80s metalhead and grew up listening to Metallica, Slayer, Exodus, Megadeth. Loved it when I discovered Bystander. Thank you so much. I don't know your name, IFD, but you know, that's an open-minded person that loves real metal. You're obviously from the elite metal world because you dig it, but you can be open-minded. This is all you have to be. And if you didn't like it, that'd be fine too, but you don't have to be mean to us.
No, I mean, like, this is the good that comes out of the bad, right?
I really like the community. Welcome to it. If you're going to stay with us, feel free. For the next bunch of years, you can hang with us.
But yeah, that's the good that comes out of the bad, right? Is that as much as there's going to be some person that doesn't like it.
Courts and jammies.
You're hoping that all the people that do will just make up for that, right? So I feel I'm pretty balanced. It's only like once in a while that
Bruno
gets my sky tremors going.
Is it midnight in France?
I guess so. I'm not going to think that if they live in France, they wouldn't know.
What time is it here right now?
It is 6. Yeah, it makes sense.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is it 11 in England? It's 11 in England, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty late, I guess. Should I not do it this late? Yeah.
My hair is just, my buns just keeps drooping and drooping and drooping more.
Nobody likes droopy bun.
Jenny! Thank you. You didn't need to do that.
Thanks, Jenny.
Felt like you just bought stuff from us. That's sweet of you. Thank you. What else should we touch on as far as topics, you guys? As far as like the album, do you guys want to know more about the process of the album?
We do a lot of talking. You know, if you are writing a lot, you know what? If you took 2 minutes, you could look through some of this, and I feel sometimes like I just want to give everybody so much attention because it's awesome that so many people are here. You know what? This would be cool if I could turn this into a Zoom thing where
we could see faces.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, I think,
but there's like 160. It would be chaos. How would I make that work?
The one thing that I really think would be cool is if we could move to Twitch, and we could give you guys like certain. I think they have like certain emojis that you can get if you're like a super fan.
Could I hear everybody?
And then we could do chicken wings and top hats would be like the very like top emojis.
Can you do in Zoom where you're doing a conversation the way we're doing, and you can pick? Like people can push a button and go, I want to be heard, and you can pick, oh, they want to be talked to. They want to be talked to. Can you do that? Or is it like just random?
Yeah, like some people don't have to put their video on, right? And then I think you can center people out that if you're like, oh, this person has a question, like the moderator would be like, oh, let's bring this person's visual up to the top.
Lydia says Twitch would be much better.
Yeah. And I also wanted to say too.
So does Flying Pear Tree, which if you just put your name, I'd probably use that. But hey,
we'll figure it out. We're just so busy these days. I know.
I should figure it out. I'm sitting right here right now.
Our drummer, is like a Twitch guy, so he should be able to help us. But he's hard to get a hold of, as you guys know from last.
Trozy's like, I don't know if everybody knows what Amish is, but if they don't,
Amish? I don't think he's Amish.
I'm not saying Trozy's Amish. What I'm saying is he lives like he's Amish. I'm not saying he's Amish at all. He just lives like he's Amish.
Off the grid.
He lives completely off the grid practically. He's barely online half the time. And,
never know if he has a cell phone or not.
No, he always has a cell phone. He's just never
turns it
on,
off,
or he's just never there. So we reach out to him as soon as we need him for drums, and he's there, and for videos. But it's rare we just like hear from him. Oscar, on the other hand, he's always like, "What's going on, guys?" But Chose is just
he did grow up as a Jehovah's Witness. You're right.
He did,
Stephen.
You're right.
Up until about 8 years old, or something.
Of course, Stephen would know this. Yes.
So many little. What do you call them? Like tidbits of information. Like Steven knows so many random little things about the band that I think people are like, how the hell do you know that?
Paulie is saying, are we going to have any more behind the scenes recording the album? There'll be a bit of it on our
one
USBs,
of the DVDs,
on
one of the
USBs. Yeah, the USBs and the bundles. Eventually, we'll probably catalog more stuff and put it together. But there's only so much you'll get of us actually recording, because compared to everything else that we do is the most boring to us, to like when somebody's just like recording something. And because it's funny, we were asked from the label, like, hey, you should put some footage together, this, that, and the other. And we did. And we've got our own footage that we put out, but compared to everything else, compared to our behind the scenes of videos, touring, anything else, the last thing we have too much of is us just sitting there working out ideas, because it's just, when you're filming somebody and they're like,
thinking about the lyrics.
It just gets really. So we have shots of us doing this, and like shots of me playing guitar, but like instead of like tons of it, I really have cut it down to a bit because I feel like it's a little boring. But that's why I'm trying to do some play.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
But you'll get stuff. There's lots of content coming still, of course.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Or if that was Ashley again, on Mackenzie's behalf. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we're in the midst.
I think that we just sold enough merch right now to like for 2 days worth of gas in a vehicle if we were touring. I'm just saying that's how it works. Think about that, guys.
Yeah.
We were just online for, I don't know what, past hour and something. And thanks to you guys, you paid into us. And I didn't do the numbers, but I bet that's enough money that I could put in our vehicle if we were touring for at least 1 or 2 days.
Quite a bit more, actually.
There you go. Awesome. This is what it means about being a DIY band. So when people call us, you're not DIY, you're signed with Napalm. I'm like, well, we're signed with Napalm. They got us out there, but literally Sky and I are running our biz the way we do. So I'm pretty legit. When I think of money like that comes in like that, I go, oh man, that is literally the next when we go to get a flight for the next tour, that pays for half the flight. That's just sick. That's how we think, or at least I think when I'm running that.
Shoop 100. If you never got your order, or if there's an issue with any of your orders, if it's from our store, so the Sumo Cyco store, you can just email store@sumocyco.com and we'll look into all that for you.
You can email us too if it was another store that fucked up. Email us as well.
Oh yeah, like if it was
I'd like that
store.
email. If it was another store that it came from, I need to know.
I just mean like the customer service of like if you ordered from the UK store or the Napalm store, they'll be able to more likely track or figure out what happened.
Send it to us too. I want to know. I don't want to not know.
Thank you. Glenn just ordered. Thank you, Glenn.
Glenn Miller's with us. Everybody go like this for a minute.
Glenn did our masks.
Glenn
for
did
us.
the cool Sumo Cyco color masks for us. He's been a proud supporter for a while. And back in the day, he was the only pledge we never completely fulfilled out of everyone, because he lived in LA and we were here in Canada. And it was really hard between tour schedules to get together and make a video because he paid to be involved in a music video. So what he did was made these masks, sent them to us, and
so that we could wear them.
We wore them. We put them in our music videos. We're still putting them in. And as far as I'm concerned, I still feel like we owe you, Glenn, and we're always going to be behind you. Of course, you understand it's been hard, but I don't mind being honest that we love you for that. And we
still have a little side of us that feels like we never gave you as much as we wanted to.
We're still going to get back with you. You're the only one that I've always said to Scott, I was like, the only one that we never completely fulfilled. Although we've had his masks and all the videos, he's been involved. He was never with us while we filmed. And I feel like someday we're going to make that work, brother, if you're watching.
I also just wanted to quickly say with the online store. So if you go to sumocyco.com, all the different online stores are linked in our description. And there's different places now. It used to be you'd only be able to order from sumocyco.com. But now since we have a label, you can order from the Napalm UK store or the EU store and the Napalm US store. There are separate entities, as well as Probity merch, which we have a link there for fans that are in Europe or UK. It's going to be a lot cheaper for shipping, a lot faster.
Thank
but
you.
There's also different items, so that's what makes things a little more
Sent
complicated.
into 2 radio stations in my area to push to listen to your songs. The buzz. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
KRBRK or KRBR.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
if you guys are new listening, we have our new single Vertigo, and we're trying to get that one out as many places as possible. So if you have a local radio station or
our label said,
station,
we think this song should go to radio. And we were like, we've never gone to real radio. We don't, and our label's like, we want to do this. So we're kind of telling you as diehards and friends of ours, if you can, request it at any station that you can think of, from Kerrang to BBC to in America. I mean, K-Rock to you name it. From Octane, you name it. Anybody you can feel like you want to request and just try to help the band, that would be great. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And who thumbs down, by the way? I saw that. Somebody wrote that. Who thumbs down? I agree with you. This is a chat that we're hanging out. Who would thumbs down a family chat? That makes no sense. Could you imagine calling your family and being like, I don't like this chat?
Well, the funny thing happened to me
yesterday. Again, that's probably that troll that was following you and got bummed that you got pushed out and he came in here just to hit I don't like it.
The funny thing that happened yesterday is me and my family were having like a birthday party for my grandpa.
He said literally one person. I bet it was that guy. I'm sure of it.
So we were having a family like Zoom call for my grandpa's birthday. He's turning 88. Happy birthday, Grandpa. And somebody was in our Zoom call that like I guess had hacked.
Thanks, Null Entity. They just ordered our record.
They hacked in. And
what hacked it?
So last night when I was on my Zoom call with my family.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Yeah, tell them. This is great.
There was like, I don't know, like 15 different like windows in our Zoom call with like my parents, my grandparents, my cousins and all that stuff. And so we're like just having like our family chat, wish my grandpa happy birthday and everything. And this one screen just was like blank. It just had me, the word me of like the person. And I was like, kind of like, oh, maybe that's like one of my cousins like trying to join in, but like doesn't know how to get the video working or something. And then finally, like the whole family was like,
bring a burrito for me. Sorry, go ahead.
The whole family was like, who's that other person? Like, is that one of our cousins trying to get in? And they're like, hello, can you announce yourself? Yeah. And then this like Scottish, like super Scottish accent, like answered back and was like, hi, hello. And we're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm just trying to get into the meeting. And we're like, what meeting? And he was just like sitting there for like half an hour, like listening to our conversation. And I think that like it's a thing now that Zoom's so big that people try to like hack in just to like listen to other people's conversation.
Think about this though. The amount of like spying you could do if people aren't paying attention. You guys didn't notice it for what, like 10, 15 minutes?
Like 20 minutes. Like he was just like sitting there, and apparently like if you can like guess like the meeting number or something, there's like a way you could like hack in and like because it's weird. It would be one thing if someone was like trying to get into a meeting and they realized like it's not the right people, but like to just like sit there.
That's somebody trying to catch Zoom porn.
Or something. I don't know.
That somebody's like, oh, I'm hoping we're going to catch some Zoom porn.
And especially because they called it me, like, instead of their actual name. Like, they knew, like, you wouldn't put, like, any
He doesn't want to put anything that you wouldn't know. He's just like me.
So, yeah.
Hi, I'm hoping one of you are going to get naked.
Grandpa Sweetnum's birthday party just got a lot more wild.
When's the old woman going to take off her top? The old grandpa.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
So anyway, finally, obviously, then like my uncle who was like running the Zoom was like, okay, we're kicking that guy out. But my dad was like wanting to chat with him. I was like, hey, what city are you from? Like asking him questions. I'm like, okay.
He's like, Dad, cut it off. We don't need this proof here.
Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, but that was funny, but that just makes me think of the one insurgent guy who's like, I'm gonna just like
these people are making me laugh. I love you guys. That was great. Oh, I forgot all about that. That was a good laugh. That was really good. Oh, my abs. my 2 abs.
Yeah.
That was great.
But just be careful out there on your Zoom calls. Make sure, nobody's getting in there. Oh man, but yeah. So if you're one guy sitting there alone being like, oh, I don't know why I'm in this chat right now, and you're voting us down, Like that feels like kind of like the situation I had last night. Like
it's him. It's
I just wish I could push you out.
It's him. It's the troll. It's this troll that's been following us for months now. That's really upset about us. And he went online today. If anybody's already been with us, but he went online today when you posted a photo and said you should quit the band and just do your own solo career. Better without him. And it's mainly because he hates me because he attacked me a month before, and a lot of our friends and Cyco family kind of came to my defense because I was literally just scared about it doesn't matter. It was long story short, it's him. I'm guaranteeing.
Ready.
What? The 2 abs, the bottom one, and the second bottom one.
Okay, Nicholas. Shout out to Nicholas for the purchase today. You get a free wristband.
You get a free wristband.
You get a free wristband.
And you get a free
wristband. There's one I
wristband.
missed. Kristen. Thank you, Kristen, as well. While I was telling my story, Kristen, thank you so much from Dallas, Texas. We appreciate you as well. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I just took screen grabs. Oh, I got a Skype notification right now. Oh, okay. Never mind.
By a show of chicken wings, what is the best platform to do these kind of things on? Is everybody in different platforms? But if I was like to say, man, that's not a good way to do it. By a show of chicken wings, I'll just be like, chicken wing. So is it like YouTube? Is it Facebook? Do people use Facebook? We haven't been using it lately. And I wondered to myself, hey, maybe we should be switching over there once in a while and utilizing that tool. I'm trying to understand how to keep growing the way we do. We're pretty organic. We work with everybody and we expect everybody to love, help spread and love, us as much as we love you, which is kind of get it out there. So Twitch. Everybody's really into Twitch right now. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So does anybody want to walk me through it? Not right now, but at some point, will somebody, or does anybody, can I just do this myself somehow?
Well, if you want to take it on, I have a pretty good idea on the steps you need to take.
Like when it comes to video gaming, I actually do like to video game compared to Sky. But
you don't have to video game on Twitch. You can do things like this on Twitch, or have a radio show or a rock show, or do a live stream of whatever you want.
What about just the debate show?
Well, Matt would be good at that.
Because I can fucking argue, man. And there's been times where Sky keeps talking about me doing this rant station. And I'm like, the only ranting I would do is when somebody's pissing me off. And I kind of think to myself, oh, that would kind of be fun. And I wouldn't mind getting involved. But I don't like doing it where I can't converse as well. So even this still annoys me a little bit that I have to follow. I'd rather be able to talk with people, Yeah. There's got to be a system where I can go, okay, you're just like old school radio where you're like, you're on with Matt. Let's talk. And I give you 2 minutes and we can talk. And then I can move on to the next person. And really, I feel that is like such a good way to communicate still. And I don't know if do podcasts work that way? Do people call in to podcasts? This is where I'm a little lost. I know I'm on top of most of my game, but is there
a way to bring
to do it that way where I'm in Zoom and I'm like, hey, we got 200 people in Zoom right now. We have 145 people. We're in Zoom and I literally can go, yep, you're number 2 in line. You're on with me. Let's talk for a couple minutes. Thanks so much. Boom. And move on. I would love to do it that way.
Right. I think that you need the other people to have Twitch accounts too. And then you need to let them in. So you kind of have to have a bit of a plan or like a really good moderator that can figure it all out. Like message someone kind of behind the scenes and be like, hey, can we add you into I don't know. That's my thoughts, but I don't have a lot of experience. Somebody
said, I'm going to look through these again, but somebody said something called Steph Sugar, some kind of app maybe that he said.
Yeah, you need kind of a streaming, a plugin on your computer before you put it
allocate it properly.
Yeah, we got this. We'll figure it out. We're so busy these days trying to keep up with music videos and all the stuff we got to do. But when we have a couple hours free time, we'll sit down and we'll figure out Twitch.
I actually don't have too much to say.
Right now?
No, just in general. But
you mean of the rant idea?
No, the truth is
Matt rant channel?
I was just being sarcastic. I have too much to say most of the time. I kind of hold myself back, but I do believe if I did a rant channel, I feel like I don't want to be Mr. Therapist, but I definitely would be into talking more about social, emotional problems we're having with the way society works in media today. I think it's the worst manipulative, unhealthy thing that's going on in the world. I think it's terrible, but I'm still involved because I want to work my business. And I think it's really hard to balance it. And I think that that's something I could talk about for hours with people. And especially if somebody's having trouble, I could go, hey, look, we got to just have a good time and breathe, you know?
Bruno, our wines are all local Niagara grapes. So we live very close to the area of Canada that is well known for our wines, which is
the
we
have
Niagara
good wine
region.
Here, and we live really close.
You could just drive down the street and come into some really amazing wineries. That's one of the perks about living in the country where we live in Southern Ontario.
Yep, the cons are you have to pee more often.
Like right now. Oh, Discord too. I've been meaning to sign up. Have any of you guys checked out Clubhouse before? I hear that's a really good new kind of social media. But yeah. Oh, Steph Sugar. Oh, she is a live on her platforms. Okay, so she's more of a personality on Twitch, you mean? No wine is safe, Ian. You know that. Are you, Bruno, you are in France. So are you, have any suggestions of French wine? Yep. But anyway, yeah, Niagara region's great. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, it is. It's nice in the summer to go driving through and cruising and picking up a few bottles. It's fun. Jacuzzi streams are a thing now on Twitch. Oh man, that would be fun. Actually, one of the things that is Matt's like, if he had extra money to spend on things, he would get what he's been talking about for years, which is called a swim spa, which is like half pool, half jacuzzi. So you can like basically have a pool in the summer that's cool. And then it can also heat up enough so that in the winter you could still have like a hot tub. It's like what he's been like wanting forever. And actually, to be honest with you guys about some personal stuff, so I've been working really hard right now to get a loan so that I can fix up some things in our house right now because we're having a very bad squirrel infestation. And I've realized that it's not just because we're trapping the squirrels and driving them away and letting them go, but it's still not stopping the problem because we just have too many holes in our old church. It's just an old church. There's too many holes. So we got to do some actual renovations to actually like close up some walls upstairs, like fill in some holes. And I've realized I need to get a loan to try to make that happen. And, because I don't want my house to just get invaded by squirrels and things. That would not be nice. So we've already had our share of issues with bats, squirrels, rats, anything.
Can you pass me that wine glass right there?
Yes. So
did everybody see my cool shirt? This band is killing the metal scene. It is the real metal scene. This band is killing it.
So basically, we're
do you want a drink right?
No, I'm good right now. I'm telling them how you would jacuzzi streams are a thing right now on Twitch, and I was saying you really want a swim spa.
You like sit in a jacuzzi and just watch me?
Yeah, you talk to the camera while you're in the jacuzzi.
Okay.
But our neighbors have a jacuzzi, so maybe we could go over there and do a Twitch live stream.
It'd be funny if we don't tell them that we're gonna do it.
Yeah, it'd be funny if we don't tell them. But they're pretty cool. They're really cool neighbors. We've talked about them before.
Surprised if they woke up at 2 a.m. and we were sitting in their hot tub, they'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
They're pretty relaxed.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the perks and cons about living in a building that was built in 1888.
The perks is I keep naming the squirrels.
Oh, you did name the squirrels?
Yeah, I let Fred go a couple days ago.
Oh, Fred.
8 miles away. I had to drive him 8 miles to feel secure enough that he doesn't come back. Little bastard.
Yeah, Michelle, you're right. Leah Daniels is living in a church too. She and her hubby there, Tim, have done a lot of renovations to that thing. That was like a full dig for a basement. They had to dig out a basement. They did like a lot of work. So yeah, it is a challenge, but luckily ours was a little bit easier to move into, like right off the bat. But yeah,
there already been.
If you guys are ever curious and you guys haven't seen the house tour on Napalm's YouTube channel, we did like a full house tour of our place. If you ever are curious what it looks like around here.
I feel like it would be really cool to do. You know, when you do like your collage videos, and it's all your perspective. I feel like
what's a collage video? You mean just like a video with lots of clips?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to be like. You don't know what a collage? I was like, yeah, okay. I didn't say the word right.
Maybe, I thought you meant like a bunch.
Maybe
of
when
things.
You were in school, they didn't make collages. I when I was in school, made a collage.
Magazines.
Yeah, you get a bunch of shit. All right, fuck. So anyway,
I have seen Roper Squirrel obstacle course. That was awesome.
Oh, that was so awesome. That was amazing. I love that. Okay, so if you did a video, like, you know, when you do a video and you're like, this is my video from behind the scenes of this, or this is us, blah, 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 and it's your perspective, Sky's perspective, then I should do the same thing for everything we do from Matt's perspective.
Okay.
Because the videos would be completely opposite.
Jesse's saying we should do a
because every video you make, you try to make fun of me, and every video I make, I realize I try to make fun of you.
Well, Jesse's saying we should do a Sever versus Squirrel shirt.
That would be a good one, actually. That's a good one for the next one. We should do that. That's a great idea, especially because of our house.
Yeah. Well, honestly, so we have 2 levels. If you've seen our video, you'll realize upstairs is unfinished. Downstairs is where we spend most of our time, where we live.
That's a good idea, Jess.
There's only a few spots where you can there's any gap between the upstairs and the downstairs if all our doors are closed. And there's this one gap in one of our windows because the window goes both levels, that if we've had bats come through there. But the other day, apparently I was sleeping and Matt said a squirrel literally came through there and ran into our house, into his studio, and Matt has one hole in the wall where we turn our outdoor water valve on and off.
We didn't have water that was working going to the outside because there's an old church, so we had to get the valve fixed.
So there's like a valve that kind of like opens up into the wall where you can turn on and off, and the squirrel like went in there and like went into the wall.
Literally just like, I was like Saturday morning cartoon shit. I was like Saturday morning, 10 in the morning, just hanging out watching TV, and this little squirrel just like runs by me and just goes into the studio and disappears in the wall. I'm like, what? I was like, did that? And the dog's like, hey, that's just fine. Fred. That's Fred, man. Don't worry about Fred. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that was really interesting.
And we're like, that was like the last straw. I'm like, Matt, go get the traps, get some nut mix. We need to get these boys out of here.
The truth is, though, he's still in the wall. He's here. I know he's here.
You know he's here?
Oh, he's here. He's here. He's been around because I can still hear these noises. Have you ever been sitting here especially because we're editing videos a lot? It's just quiet in the house, guys. In her world, I'm in my world. And I'll be sitting here and literally that wall over there makes this noise. And I'm just like, why did the wall? That's not good.
Christopher,
and it's the wall that he went into. So I think
Christopher gets a free wristband.
Trying to get him. I don't want to hurt them. I want to catch them live, and then I try to drop them off 10 miles away. And I drop them at a dump so that they have lots of food and shelter. I do. I don't want to drop them. Because I read all about it. I was like, you can actually kill the squirrel by taking them too far. You take them out of their territory. They don't know where to hunt. And I was like, not if you take them to a dump.
That's Matt's thought.
You got everything.
I would be like, oh,
dude, you could take me to a dump and I would survive for years with what people throw out. It is incredible what you can find at the dump. But what if the
trash compactor comes on over you and drives over your squirrel house?
This is a perfect example of somebody who's never even been to a dump right here. You don't even know. I'm the guy that
I've dropped off trash at a dump before. I'm not completely out to lunch. Fred's going to make an appearance in a music video. That's what Carla says.
People will think this is a bit warped. When I lived back in Hamilton years ago, I had a pool. I rented this house. It had a pool. In the back of the house, this pool would collect squirrels. Unfortunately, a squirrel would jump in it, fall in it, and would die. And I would feel terrible that it would die. But then again, this squirrel's died. So it's
done it on its own accord.
I didn't do it. I would never do this. But one time, it was morning. I don't know. I was feeling pretty good. I don't know if I'd had some drink, whatever. I felt photography-ish. And I literally found 2 squirrels in the pool. And I set them up in a rock forest scape shot with holding beers. Even though they were dead. They were dead. And I took some shots that I thought looked really cool. These squirrels holding these beers like they'd all passed out drunk.
It was
terrible, sort of, but I did not kill. I would never do that. So I just thought it was a funny story, but I'd have to look for it. I'll have to dig.
The photos
they're pretty funny. One has a cigarette.
He's just posing the dead squirrels to like look like they're, like the dogs at the poker game or something, like.
Sorry, but I mean, what do you do, right?
Yeah. If we knew some forethought, we would have given them chicken wings, But yeah. Anyway.
Long story short, are we almost at WrestleMania? Oh, you got 20 more minutes. I'm not going to keep you any longer than that, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not breaking into WrestleMania.
Yeah. But yeah, it's, oh, man.
See, Jason thinks I'm sick. I said they were dead. Yeah, it's still weird. I know it's a bit weird. I thought about it later. I was like, I can see how this is weird, but the photos turned out so cool. And this was before, like, Photoshop was, like, a huge...
It's like... Never did this squirrel ever think in its life he would accomplish such great art.
I was commemorating the squirrel. The squirrel looked like it went out partying than just drowning in the pool.
I mean, this is why we got a lot of backlash on our video for For Loose Cannon.
Loose Cannon. If anybody's seen Loose Cannon.
Has anyone seen the video and was like, I can't believe you are pretend road killing?
We got in trouble. People were really angry at us. They thought we ran over our own dog. Some people actually wrote us.
It's a movie. It's
Check this out.
fantasy.
Check this out. Somebody wrote me.
Not a fantasy.
This is why we shouldn't even be surprised at some of the hate we're getting now that we're kind of scaling and trying to meet more people. We got an email. I got a message. I remember posting it, and somebody said to me in one of their comments, I would rather see you run over than the dog.
But I was run over.
But we ran Sky over in the video.
We did run me over. That was the point.
And how messed up is that? They want to see me run over a fake dog. It was clearly fake.
It was clearly
it was the dumbest, fakest thing you could ever do. But man, who writes that to people? I would never think to do that to someone. I'd be like, man, if you're the kind of person that has low self-esteem, feeling rough, you're just trying something and you get it wrong, and somebody says some comment like that, that's the kind of thing that people jump off a bridge for sometimes. I'm like, what are you doing? People are so mean.
All I'm saying is that when you're crafting a story about a supervillain like Ronnie Roadkill, who goes out of his way to hit animals.
They're saying it. How could they not see it was a fake dog? Trust me, some people actually thought we were.
He is a villain in the story. We're not condoning his behavior. He is the villain, and he ends up killing me at the end because he upgraded from just killing.
Not one comment about us killing Sky off.
No one cares if I'm dead. It's just if the fake dog died.
I don't remember anybody saying, "Hey, how cool was it that we figured out how to make it look like Sky got run over?" Which we literally had a truck and had her sitting on top of the truck. And I had her roll down over the truck while it reversed, so that when we fucking ran the shot forward, she rolled over top of the truck. I mean, that's some smart ideas. And all I get is people upset that I ran over a furry basketball, I think, is all that we wrapped was fur or something. It was something. Oh, man, people are stupid and fucked. They don't know what's going on. Tripping me up.
Mr. D's like, calm down.
D, I love you, man. Aw, he's one of my best friends ever. I miss you.
Hi, D. How's it going?
If anybody doesn't know Mr. D, you should check out his band, The Salads. They've been around for years. Amazing recordings, amazing songs. Those guys kick ass. Do yourself a favor, check them out.
Yeah. Good times, man. Good songs. But yeah, anyway, long story short about our one, when we realized, okay, we can't go too far with some of our villains that we're making in Psycho City. I was like, Ronnie Roadkill, and the way that Ken played him to me was like
so funny.
I was like, this is like the best supervillain ever. There's this like guy who just goes around like
killing
animals, and then he starts killing humans.
In the bridge, we like bring the music down, and he's like, yes, I don't consider myself a hero or something. He's like, it's complete ad lib. It's
ad-libbed.
He's just going off, and I was like, Ken literally missed the mark on
his acting.
Yeah, he should have been acting. That's where Ken Cork should be an actor. He's so comfortable when you tell him to go, and it's really funny.
I miss Kenny.
Yeah, I miss him too. He's a good human being. Beautiful human being.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about our bass player, Kenny. Now Oscar is playing bass for us, but for years we had Kenny in the band, and we're still good friends. He lives local to us and miss him like crazy. Yeah,
we haven't seen him for a while because of COVID. I probably about a year as well, but we'll see him soon. Actually, I think I said one time, it was really funny. I was driving through Hamilton and I heard his voice. He has this low voice. When he talks, it's really low, but it's loud.
Yeah, Thor, also known as Thor, which is his real.
I'm driving along with the dog, and the windows are down. It's warm. This was last year in Hamilton, but like not trying to find anybody, just going down a street, and I hear him randomly, and he's in a balcony, like 2 stories up in a balcony, talking with a friend. Just as I'm driving by this road, and I was like, that sounds like Ken. And I stopped, and there he was. That was kind of a weird story to me. I was like, who does that? Like, anyways, he was like a couple hundred feet away, and I could still hear his voice.
Yeah, he's also good in Sleep Tight. He was just like ad-libbing.
Great in Sleep Tight. He's
Say
so
for yourself.
All of them, he's great in. All of them. He's still our backup. Or not our backup. He's still an honorary member. It's just like, I'm not one of those guys that can just move people in and out. If Oscar is with us, he's with us. And when Oscar's gone, Ken would be probably the first guy that'll be back in with us as a family member. Not that Oscar will ever leave. I'm just saying if it ever happened. Like,
if he's ever got something,
Ken's just an honorary member. We love him with all our heart. That's for sure. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. We love all of the guys that have been in our bands.
But, by me saying if Oscar leaves, then Ken goes right back, then it keeps Oscar in the band. Oscar's like, oh, better not leave.
Stay. Yeah.
Strategy.
Yeah. I was watching actually, thanks Darren saying Vertigo he likes Vertigo. Thank you so much. But yeah, I was going through old video footage the other day because I wanted to find some stuff of us, doing old music videos, kind of showing a little bit of our history. And I came across this shot of Andy he would just do the most ridiculous things. Our old drummer Andy would just
get us in trouble.
But it was always entertaining.
But you know what? It was funny. It's easy to say that, but you know what would happen is Andy would lead Sky down the same path. That's the real truth.
We were a bad influence on each other. They were bad influence
on each other. They had this weird camaraderie of when they start to drink, they go for it, and they really go for it together. And I would end up having to babysit both of them instead of just one of them, and it was a headache sometimes. But I love him. What a killer drummer too. Oh,
so Loki wants to know how many bath bombs were in the tub of the Vertigo video. I actually looked for proper gold glitter bombs for the bath, but I realized I just needed to buy real glitter and just go for it. And we just had like 2 big tubs of glitter and just kind of Matt would sprinkle them on in between
Darren
takes.
Says the video is the bombs guy. Just so you know, Darren, I made most of the fucking shit. So
the props.
You say Sky and Matt. Hey, best friend Matt. It was a good to you too, buddy. Fuck, man. Seriously.
Oh my God.
Love you, bro.
Oh man. It's a crazy life, living in this rock band, but it's fun. It sure is fun. It's a ride. It's a roller coaster ride. We'll be looking at this.
He says Melissa can't watch the video because she has vertigo.
She actually has vertigo?
She gets it from it.
Oh, she gets it from the video.
Oh, she has vertigo.
Because that vertigo actually really sucks. Like if you actually get proper vertigo, it's really horrible because you're always feeling like you're not disoriented, like you're not balanced, I guess.
I feel like I have vertigo a lot.
Oh, but you have a choice. You have a choice, though. That's the difference. Yeah, Richard knows. We'll be finding glitter forever. But we've got someone else. Joel, thank you so much. You get a free wristband today. I hope we have enough wristbands. I think we do.
You see my eyes? I was like, I didn't think about this. I didn't expect anybody to
we have some serious wristbands.
Yeah. Well, you know what's really cool about when you order the wristbands is they cost a bit. You get them. And yeah, you're going to add them to sales, this and that. But I personally need wristbands when I'm playing because I get really sweaty. So every night I can try and get, or every other night, a kind of a clean, nice one instead of a really stinky one. Like for years, all I get is one. And it would stink. It would just smell atrocious.
Well, thanks for enlightening all of us, Matthew.
Now I get 2 or 3 at least.
Oh, man.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Give me a second here.
What do you mean?
I almost broke my cute little thing under there.
I bought one last time I saw you guys. So you got a wristband?
Yes, they did.
Let's just call it like that.
I also get vertigo when I can't make a decision and get diarrhea.
I feel like it's
little TMI
is it me, or do I feel like this conversation is just finally starting to reach its plateau? Even I know that where you're just like, it's usually about 4 glasses of wine in where I'm like,
well, I'm surprised you went for it because I'm like, okay, I can have one fair glass, but then I gotta do work tonight, my man.
Yeah,
we got some stuff to do. You guys, if you've ordered your packs from our website, they include USBs, and we're still trying to finish all the content that's going on those USBs, which is we're both working on it right now, trying to make sure we have all the stuff we need to pack those babies up.
This is my best side of my
so that they're unique. Thank you, Michelle, so much for your order today.
Somebody was to say which side's your best, left or right? Left's better, right?
Check it out. This side or this side?
I think left is better.
Yeah?
I don't know. There's something about it.
Where is this conversation even going? When is the next makeup video, Sky? Well, probably not this week because I'm just being realistic with myself. Maybe at the end of the week I might have time, but I just know I have like a bunch of stuff early this week, and then tonight I'm editing all night. So I might not get it done, but I'm really trying to fit in as much as I can.
The right side of Matt's face is giving me vertigo. That's not well, whatever.
Thank you, Natalia.
Thanks, Lydia.
Thank you, Natalia. You get a free wristband.
Live stream. Question mark.
We can say
Aren't we
hello
doing
to
a live stream?
Harlan.
Aren't we doing a live stream
Harlan's
right now?
watching too.
Oh, what's up, Harlan?
How you doing, Harlan?
So cute.
Is it vinyl Sundays you guys have, or is it another day of the week that you do your vinyl?
Right now they're in lockdown. They're not doing anything.
No, I
like
just
us.
mean like Darren has like a day where he always like listens to vinyl. Isn't that true from your social posts? Or I could be completely wrong, but thought it was like vinyl
Which
Sunday.
day is the Vinyl Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, you just called it Vinyl Sunday. Darren, fix this right now. Thank you. Yeah, Vinyl Sundays. Our good friend D runs Vinyl Sunday. Everybody just check out Mr. D. He's Darren Dumas. If everybody needs to follow him because he has amazing selections in music too. This guy is the guy when it comes to good music. Trust us.
Yeah, he's on it. We're always usually behind like new stuff.
Actually, I'll tell you this. The Dumas, Darren Dumas, Mr. D is how I found out about a record called Babylon by Skindred, and then I showed Sky it, and then Sky said, I want to start Sumo Cyco.
So really, you just have to thank Darren for everything, or else we wouldn't even be here, I guess. Nice time theme radio. There you go. When is Final Thursday? I guess that would be Thursday. Well, because you're right. It's like Massacre. When is Final Sunday? Anyway.
Thursday. Is that what somebody said?
No, it is Sunday for Darren, but it's just like you said, when is Vinyl Sunday? And
You
it's like,
said it. I didn't say it.
No, I said it was Vinyl
repeating
Sunday.
you. I was repeating you. I knew it was. Come on now, people. Get this right.
Oh my gosh. Matt has so much footage to go through, Stephen Emmanuel, to get through the behind the scenes of Vertigo. It's going to be insane. I don't know how we're going to fit this into 10 minutes, honestly.
I feel like eventually there is a movie in the making. We're going to do a cool 1.5 hour documentary properly of everything.
Really? This is the first time
I
I'm
feel
hearing
like we could do it. I feel
this.
like if I put my head to it, I bet I could find how to get it on one of these big stations too. I bet I could get it because the story's cool. We've done a lot and I can prove it. I just have to get the right connection. I get it. Once I get it built, we'll give it to our management. I'm going to get us on Netflix. You give me a little bit.
Don't just say Netflix. We would be picked up by Amazon if that was possible. I would also go for Crave or any of the other big networks if they wanted our documentary.
I'm all talk. I ain't going to get shit. I don't give a fuck about any of those things. All I care about is you guys and caring about our music.
And cheers to that.
Cheers. And cheers to you guys
Cheers to you guys for staying with us
and
for an
cheers to
hour.
WrestleMania that's going to
and
start in
50
about 10
minutes.
minutes or something like that. The pre-show.
Okay, as we're in the last 10 minutes of our live stream, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, any last words that we can answer for you guys. I'm sorry if I was hearing ourselves talk and I'm like, we really are harping on these haters, which we shouldn't harp on very much.
That's what I mean. We don't need to harp too much. The thing is, we're having fun. These are all our friends. These are all our family.
Mm-hmm.
You guys care about us. We care about you. And you're not dumb. You're just like, oh, these are just dumb people.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's like, our lives.
I really hurt my wrist coming over the couch.
Oh, that sucks. Is it going to be okay?
It's got this. Something's going on when I came over the couch.
Oh no, aches and pains, man. This year was the first year I had like a serious backache. I've never had back pain before. And I was just laid up. I'm like, man, this body ain't doing what it used to do.
It was a really rough year.
Yeah.
This COVID stuff, my mentality is just like, I've never had such mental issues as well. And man, I went through some stuff. So did you. But you're a good
I think
rock.
we need to
You got me
find.
through some
Aw,
shit, man.
you're so
You
sweet.
got me through some shit. I'll give you that.
You got me through
You
a
annoy
lot.
me most of the time, but you got me through some shit.
Yeah, we've been doing this thing for a lot of years. We don't really celebrate an anniversary because
We're a little different.
we're a little different kind of couple. People ask you, oh, you're gonna get married. We're like,
And we don't talk about our relationship too much.
no.
But
We're
care
just
about each other
like
crazy.
such good friends that we just
Yeah.
couldn't be without each other. That's
Yeah.
all.
The goods and the bads, we get through it. Honestly, it's been a lot of years, and we've had some ups and downs, and all the goods and bads were real solid
Oh.
still.
Who's that? That's getting a free wristband. It's Mr. Richard. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it.
I realize I'm drunk. I didn't think I was.
Okay.
But
I'm going to go through the questions that I asked.
This is like a
they
musical.
asked.
I'm drunk.
He's drunk. He can't
Has everybody watched Hamilton? Has everybody watched Hamilton?
Very good.
Sky nailed Hamilton on Disney Channel.
I nailed it.
Meaning
I watched it.
What I mean is she hooked it up and then she watched it like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, I just listened to the soundtrack.
And like I love hip hop, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm sold. I don't know if I want to sit through this because I like musicals, but I got to do that live. I don't think to myself, I'm going to sit on
live.
TV.
Don't discriminate.
This is
between the sinners and the saints. Dream and the hate.
Yeah,
and
you're
hate.
Right.
So good.
So, anyways, Sky was like, I got to watch this. We can't go to the theater and see it. And I was like, okay, but I usually don't. And I would sit in the studio and I was working on mixes and she was playing this and playing this. And I have to say, it's easily the one of the most incredible hip hop things ever created. If anybody likes hip hop, check out Hamilton. That is just wow.
Luke, thank you. Free wristband for you, Luke.
Thanks, Luke. And a reason why you need to listen to something more than once, because if you only give something one chance, there's so many layers that are built on anything. If you don't give it more than one shot, you're actually selling yourself short half the time. Mm-hmm. Just so you know.
All right, so I'm going to go through a few of the
Somebody's
questions.
just stopped me from drinking right now.
Joe wants to know, is there going to be a live performance stream when the album comes out? I think we should just quickly address this whole live performance thing. I have heard from so many bands that they go through the hoops. It's illegal right now. Actually, it came out right now that we can't. It's illegal. But then even if it was legal, so many bands go through all the hoops. They get testing, they get the crew, they get the cameras, they spend so much money, a light show, this whole thing. And then it ends up where they've had at least all the bands I've talked to have very disappointing numbers at the end for the amount of money that they put in.
Let's not try to knock it down for that.
I still think it's cool, but
nah, you know
I'd rather play live.
When it comes down to it, the real truth is, from our perspective, oh man, we spent so many years perfecting what we do live and what we want to do with our fans and people that are with us and our families and our crowds that I don't even know. You know, it's bad enough we get, I heard that they're better live than on CD, but I guarantee you they're going to say, I heard they're better live if you see them live compared to just watching on internet. And it's just not something that we don't have that passion yet. There isn't a passion that has come to us that we just want to, we feed off of you guys. Like how does that, try to put yourself, switch it around. You know, you guys know how we play. We usually are standing in the crowd with you when we're playing.
Yeah.
Sky she's not even on the stage. I don't live like that. I don't live like, I got to rehearse and watch me do this.
Well, it's also,
I can't do it yet. And I'm trying. We've even talked to the management. They're all like, come on, we should do this. It's going to be a long time. But all I keep thinking is I want to put my time and effort into making our music videos. And so, our music videos take some serious time. Like the Vertigo video probably took literally one straight month of every single day, 12 to 14 hours a day, Sky and I busting our butts, the band busting our butts, Francesca Ludicar busting her butt with us. Everybody was involved, and it was tight as hell to get to the deadline. We're in the same boat for the next single. So it's really hard for me to wrap my brain around about making sure we go online.
And then on top of it, think about it. We haven't played live in like over a year. So trying to be as tight as we've ever been in a performance.
We could pull that off tight. No, wait, don't listen to her.
I don't know. To me, I always, when I'm on a tour, I get better as the tour goes on because my voice just gets used to it. And I don't know. I mean, all I'm saying is we need a lot of rehearsals.
The problem is we can't put it in our schedule. Which takes a lot of time. The real truth is, I should have just said, we can't put it in our schedule yet. We will soon. If we can't get on the tours that we're talking about,
we want to be on a real tour.
It's what we do. It's what we do. I'd rather hang out. I'll tell you this. I'd rather hang out with you guys here, chat with you and read comments right now than just jump around in my house hoping that somebody's going to buy tickets for that. I don't want to do that right now. I want to hang out with you guys and I want to do what we always do, which is care about our music, get it out with you guys. You help spread it. And then when they open up the touring, we come and fucking kill it for you. And I promise we'll fucking kill it for you. That's what I like. The
best way, Trinity, if you're asking about how to contact us, is either through Instagram. Probably, I would say that's the easiest way of our Instagrams, like DMs.
Yeah,
that would be the easiest way.
Messenger for me, Facebook Messenger, Instagram for me. You can find me there.
Yeah, we try to keep the email for the store just about store issues. And the other email for more business inquiries. And then
interviews, all that kind of stuff.
And then if you just want to chat, it's probably best like on Instagram or Facebook.
Yep.
Blah 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 blah. Do you think you would ever go old school and do some psycho covers of Disney songs? I don't think so.
Matt, check out a band, Paladin, younger guys out of Atlanta. That'd be cool.
Ooh, okay.
That just the band name alone and being out of ATL.
Pretty cool.
You've already intrigued me. I love it. Thank you.
I
should write that shit down. Something tells me, I rolled the dice. And something tells me right there. That's the one.
Michelle's from Norway. Sumo Cyco the musical. Oh man, that's a dream of mine. Oh man, that's a dream of mine.
Oh,
get those Terranauts out on the stage, cause an entire, rock and roll
rage.
Opus. Oh man,
I just rhymed for you.
Yeah, rock and roll rage.
Stage, I was like, cause that rock and roll rage.
Would love that. Yeah. Oh man, if I could only. Sorry, I'm just reading through all of your comments to see if there's any more questions. Thank you guys so much for all the shout outs and all the good vibes. We will definitely be coming back to UK when we get a chance. I've checked out Queen Herbie. I actually, the one thing I'm pretty good at is knowing
Queen Herbie. I like the name. That's sick.
She used to be in a band. Blanking is like Cameo or something that she used to be in, and then she just kind of went for doing like rap. Like it's pretty much just like really cool flows and more hip hop vibes.
Cool.
Nashville, we'd love to come back, of course. Sumo Cyco 11 Byway, we'd love to come back to Download.
Of course, we'd love to come back to Download. Just feel free to let them know
we haven't listened to the new Evanescence album, but I've heard all the singles, and I've always loved Evanescence from when I was really little, and the Bring Me to Life was like huge. I remember loving that album.
Inside.
I've heard of Vex. Yeah, checked them out. All the label mates are awesome on Napalm.
Label mates, we checked them out.
Yeah. I would. Oh, Carmen. Yeah, not whatever I said. Cameo. Carmen. Yes,
that's close though.
That was the name of her first group. And didn't they have like some type of a viral YouTube thing that happened or something with them? That's how they kind of became. They like blew up, and then they ended. No. Then they just put out music, and then they got signed, and then they got pushed through the label. I think once they went out there. Yeah, about the live streams, it's not like it's just hard to capture the energy, and I just feel it's a big project. It would take, to me, I think, at least a month straight of focusing on only that, which means we couldn't focus on the videos. So it's just kind of like an either or situation.
That's exactly what it is for us. It's I couldn't even go live. I don't have it in me. I don't know. It's my own inside. Sky and I are 50-50 on this. So I would have real trouble just going live right now in our rehearsal space, just because I'd spend like a month building
a set,
turning it into something way more than just your typical live, which I'll still consider. We're still going to consider that if that's the way it's got to go, if the rollout doesn't work. But I mean, let's be honest, man. Like, it sucks that COVID happened for the past year and something, but the rollout is happening. So let's hope that in the next 6-7 months or so, we're going to actually see touring start to happen. And if that's the case, man, I mean.
Everett, thank you so much for your purchase from the store. If you're out there, you get a free wristband. It's free wristband day at the Sumo Cyco store. So anything you order comes with a free wristband.
Eloise is telling you what happened, I think.
Yeah, they did a cover and it was viral as fuck. Label at the end was like, yeah, no, the radio doesn't want to grow rappers and ditch them. Ugh, so sad.
That sucks.
See, that's what I mean, is there definitely is an industry, as much as I hate to say it, that is done a certain way that we need to kind of change.
It's going to keep changing as people keep dying. And that's the truth. As people fucking keep dying. Hey, I'll be one of them. I'm just lucky that I'm the older guy that has an open mind about shit, and I love music so much. I have so much passion for amazing music. It doesn't matter what it is. I fucking love it. It doesn't matter if it's country. It doesn't matter if it's fucking opera. If it's incredible, it's incredible. Hey, and I can't always tell it right or wrong, but people are going to die. The old school people that just want it one way are going to die. And younger generations are going to take over and be more open. And someday, I guarantee you, all of you guys, there ain't going to be this genre thing. There's not even going to be the word. It's literally just going to be an artist will drop a song that whatever is in the current mood, people are going to drop it and people are either going to like it or not. And that's kind of the way the world is if you just love a song and an artist, who cares what it is? You just are supposed to that's what it's about. It's no different than culturally, like, what's the point of putting up a wall just because it's not the stuff you usually listen to? Open your mind a bit.
Yeah.
And I think the world's going to get that way more and more. And you're seeing more and more crossovers all the time. You can see it in front of you. I'm just telling you, like, 20 years from now. I'm not telling you like 10 years from now. I'm telling you 20 years from now, there is not going to be a genre bend. It's going to be people just put a really single out and whatever they fucking love and whatever hits because it's cool. A bunch of people do it for a while.
Interesting.
That's it.
I would love that. Dropout Kings, yeah, we know those guys. And also Snow the Product. I've checked out some of her videos, which are really cool.
I like the name. It's called Snow the Product.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Have y'all thought of setting up a direct donation button? Ash Nico is awesome. I followed Ash Nico for a long time.
She turned me on to Ash Nico. At first I was like, dude, what are you doing? And then I was like, this is pretty good. There's some good stuff going on.
You know what sometimes draws me in is more than the music. Sometimes what draws me into an artist is seeing their artistic originality, whether it's through their videos or through their imaging or the fact that they're just approaching things differently. I also like the
lyric content. She has no
hesitation.
What's the word where filter? She has no filter, and I'm a big fan of that. That's sometimes I feel like even us, we are the kind of people that still once in a while have a filter where we're just like, oh, the world might trip out. This girl doesn't have a filter. She doesn't care what she says. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like how she's just her unapologetically just doing her thing, and that's what I really love when I find a new artist. I just go, yeah, they're just like doing their art. They don't care like what anyone thinks about it. I love that. I love getting that feeling, at least. I mean, it's hard not to overthink things sometimes. Eskimo Callboy, which is one of your faves.
I like Eskimo Callboy. I've been liking that. Our PR team called Noise Cartel, amazing people. They've helped us in the past, like for years, actually. They helped us in the UK. Whenever we went to UK to tour, we'd stop at Noise Cartel's office and they would have shelves of all the bands that they're promoting at the time. And I would steal all the bands. Not
steal, but
they would tell us we could take it, but I would take everything, right? And they would be like, oh, you're touring for the next 3 months or weeks here. Take a bunch of CDs. And our camper, we always tour with a camper in the UK. I'd be like, wicked, I'm the one that's driving all the time. And I would just put CDs in. And Eskimo Callboy came up one day and I was like, oh, I'm going to check the CD out. And I've been a big fan ever since. I think they're great.
Yeah.
They're exactly the kind of music I love.
Yeah. But anyway, it is tough. Like I've done a few interviews where people will be like, what's your new favorite record that you've listened to?
Oh, look, who's talking about Lil Nas that you like too. You're into that as well.
I just love the newest video. I thought it was really well done.
It's all good. Yeah, absolutely.
And I love when people like Lil Nas are kind of like poking fun of the criticisms that he's been given, obviously, from like more conservative people who are like, oh, they don't realize he's gay. And
next video,
I'm just like, he's just like,
you're gonna have like
throwing it back at them with the video.
Some kind of attack the metal elitist shirt. I'm like, I really like you. You just
no elitist here.
You've already started the war. You might as well just go all full in.
Yeah, guys, give me
you know what you're doing?
Suggestions.
You're starting a war against your own label.
No,
that's what it is.
I love Napalm. I just think that people that Napalm actually has a lot more diverse acts than a lot of people think. They think it's crazy. Just a metal label.
There's tons of other acts on there, and I mean, Miles Kennedy is not a
deathcore black metal band.
This is like super just rock and roll. Like I'm really surprised at how some people jump. But then again, that must mean if we did the research, I bet if we looked at some of Miles' stuff, no matter how well it did, I bet there's still some people that slam it because it's just not metal.
It's all good. All I'm saying is, what should my shirt be? No elitist allowed, or because one of the band names you actually had for us before Sumo Cyco was The Elite.
Was it?
Yeah, remember?
I remember actually saying we were going to call ourselves The Elite.
And I thought it was too presumptuous that we thought we were so great. Like, we're elite. Like,
that was me trying to make a mark, Would have probably sped up our career 5 years.
Anyway, but
getting by this girl, though. I couldn't talk her out of Sumo Cyco if I tried. And I mean, I'm talking tried. I even tried once we were Sumo Cyco and we were touring. I was like, dude, maybe we got to change the name. And she still wouldn't do it. She is stuck to her guns. I'll give her that. Stuck to her guns.
But what's good, if you guys don't already know about the way we talk over each other and like play with each other, is like she
beats me more than I beat her.
Well,
that's what she means.
Clash like this with everything, with when we're writing songs, when we're doing music video treatments,
when we're going to get food somewhere.
But the fact that the two of us can agree on something, to me, that's always when I know it's really awesome.
She's a tomato. I'm a potato.
He's a Scorpio and I'm a Taurus, and apparently we get along. I don't know if I'm a big believer in signs, because I feel like I say fire in all my songs, even though I'm supposed to be like an earth sign
I'm
or whatever.
a big fan of ice.
I don't know what that means.
You know what's really weird is, even though like the word cool and ice is supposed to be like cool, like that's fire, that's cool, man. We still don't use ice and cool anywhere near as much as fire. It's nowhere near the equivalent. If you looked at the balance, because there's songs, a lot of songs like I'm as cool as ice, but dun dun dun. Like lots of people use the word cool
in a
or
song.
Ice, yeah, the way they would fire. People went through that world where they were like, we're sick of fire, we're going to go to ice.
Well, should I?
But
go
if you
to
did
ice?
if you did the percentage, you'd find it harder to use ice than fire. Fire comes off better as a song lyric than ice does.
It's
people
just
have trouble.
It sings better.
Yeah, I don't think people can rhyme as well to ice.
Nice.
You don't get as much
thrice.
Fire, higher.
Roll the dice.
Yeah.
Do you want to start a songwriting course here or something? I don't know. I like you guys coming up with all these slogans. I'll have to go through and pick something and like write it on one of my shirts. I appreciate that, guys.
Okay, we're well into WrestleMania starting.
Head lice.
I do not have.
That's another rhyme, obviously.
And I'm just warning everybody so they know that I know.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we love you. Thank you guys for doing 2 hours with us again.
Before we go, let's just wrap properly here. Before we just jump out of here.
Wrap properly?
It doesn't
you mean
seem like
you want to throw down some flows here?
This is a throwdown. Sky is way better at doing freestyle raps than I am.
Matt had a band called Dodger, and we did this song with each other called The Throwdown. You can find, I think you can still find it. Can you still find it on iTunes?
I have not been very, what's the word?
That was a long time ago. Like
I haven't been very responsible about keeping my uptakes of the old band, but I did have a band called Dodger. We still sell all the merch through our Spotify or Shopify. You can still find all of it, but I definitely don't promote it much. I'm just too busy with us right now, and that's the way it goes. But it was something I cared about like crazy, and I loved my boys from it. And I've been doing it. I used to do
Dodger.
If you like, a bunch of different genres, that's what started sumo. There's a bunch of different genres.
Oh, Paul says he's wearing his Dodger t-shirt right now.
Shut up! That's incredible. I love it, man. Thank you. We
come to throw down. It's a showdown. Right?
You're right. You know what I should do is eventually because we have all this stuff, there's a lot of stuff I should go back and remix. Because I feel like I could turn a song like that, because we own that song.
Right.
We could turn it into sumo still.
Yep.
But I could make it sound the way.
You guys also don't know that there was a song that I wrote when we just were almost starting Sumo Cyco that was called I'm a Little Psycho. And it was supposed
Lydia says she wants El Diablo.
That's a good one. And the song I'm a Little Psycho was supposed to be a Sky Sweetnam song, but then I was just like, no, this is too crazy for Sky Sweetnam. I'm going to turn this into something else.
Yeah, we still have that song. There's a bunch of old stuff still.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of neat things we can drop eventually.
Yeah, they're like still in the vault that we haven't quite remixed or done stuff with, but they're sitting there.
So,
love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for 2 hours plus.
Thank you so much for listening to us rant and rave.
And get a little off our chest. I think we needed it.
It means a lot to us to have you here. We're isolated. We're not even seeing our families. We're literally just
Zoom calling with strangers.
Dealing with each other as best as we can. So, and we've had some ups and downs, honestly. It's not like it's perfect here. And I don't think it's perfect anywhere. So thank you so much for helping. And even listening to us get it off our chests, some of the haters that are out there are trying to crush our souls right now. It means a lot to us to see other people that are trying to help our souls stay alive. So thank you so much. And have a lovely Sunday evening.
Yeah. Enjoy your WrestleMania if you're watching it.
Yeah. And if not, have a lovely sleep. And let's
watch a movie.
Let's talk soon.
Make some popcorn.
We've got a lot of more plans for the next month. We're going to be building another video for the song Bad News.
This is my favorite song on the record.
This is Sky's favorite song on the record, so it'll be really interesting for you guys to hear exactly what Sky is always fucking thinking. This is it. This is the song that Sky's like, this is how our band should always sound every day. And I'm always like, okay, well.
I like lots of different songs, but I just really
This is her favorite song, and I'm really excited about it. We've already filmed some of it. It looks really good. We got another month left, and we have only half of it shot. So we got a lot to do. So if we feel absent for the next couple days, do us a favor. If you see anybody slagging us, and not in a typical way, if you see somebody who doesn't like it, don't say a word. We understand. We want that to happen. If you see somebody being irresponsible in a day like in a year of 2021 and just being ignorant and shouldn't be teaching other people to live like this, do me a favor, reach out, tell them to shut the fuck up. And we love you guys, okay?
And also, you could just sometimes win with just putting a positive comment instead of...
No, tell them to shut the fuck up. Or be positive. I'm sorry. I'm just a little drunk. But sometimes I can't. I don't know if we can win, but the only way we can win is if we fight back. We can't just say, don't stay silent on that shit, okay?
Yeah.
We love you guys.
And I will post right now. I'm going to do some more posting. I'm going to post like a bunch of articles that have featured us. And some of them are put out to like their people, right? Not Sumo Cyco fans.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you,
we're getting a lot of mixed opinions.
Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Jenny.
So
thank you, Jason. Thank you, guys.
So if you could comment on some of those articles, it would mean a lot for us. Okay.
Thanks, Michelle.
Mwah. Love you guys.
Have a lovely evening. Happy WrestleMania if you're watching it, and sleep well.
Bye.